God is rich, and God is glorious. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, we're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. My voice is not great, but
Ooh, hold on. Where we at? Y'all got me messed up.
one of these mornings, we're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky.
Well, it's no shine in the tail.
Snapping off film.
I'm affiliated.
This video is under fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act in 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or purpose use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All rights and credit go directly to its rightful owners. No copyright infringement intended. Enjoy. Oh yeah, on your way out, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, man. This is the Argument League. Turn up.
Grr. Shout out to the family, man. Shout out to Bingo on the track, Z on the cam, man. Snapping off fam. Shout out to Solar Man, the commissioner, Solar Vision Debate League, the greatest debate league in the world, on the debate league on YouTube. Shout out to Knowledge Born Allah, Do the Knowledge Radio, Knowledge Born Allah on YouTube. Shout out to the AOI, man, Gold Man, Brandon Bay, Wicked, Radical, Ampu, Pro Black, Ground Zero, Hurricane Katrina, King of the King James 13, Anti-Bully Inc. Shout out to the judges, shout out to the peers, and shout out to the reason we here. The people of SVDL, as y'all hit that like button on y'all way in. I definitely appreciate it. Shout out to Queen Cascade. Good morning. Shout out to Shabo. You already know. Lovebird 79, Mika. These YouTube streets. They're I gotta say, Shabo, I have no control about who has wrenches over at SVDL. You know, that's kind of I don't be in the chat like that unless you just, unbearable. But shout out to everybody, man. I hope everybody doing good and woke up with somebody that they love, even if they woke up by themselves. That mean love yourself. It's not a shot at your partner, okay? We have debates, believe it or not. So so hold on. Let me move this around right quick. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My schedule is different. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And it say Brother Moses versus Black Sun Saturday on the 8th. And me and TKO supposed to be going in on the 9th, which is supposed to be a Sunday. But I believe me and TKO is going in tonight. I don't know. I had to ask Solar, man. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, first and foremost, you know, I want to thank everybody who been sending strength and wishes and prayers to Katrina. It helped. It worked. She's feeling better. Her stomach settled. She's no longer throwing up. She's smiling and actually feeling a lot better. So I thank y'all. I really do. Kind of fucked my head up. Oh, I thought you talking about the wrench at SVDL because you still got a wrench here. Um, yeah, you still got a wrench here. I don't know. Shout out to Scheme. Shout out to Scheme. Let me put that link out there, man. In case the young brother want to jump on. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was thinking you was talking about over here, but you still got your wrench over here. So I really don't know what was going on. I've been out of my mind for the past couple of days. If y'all ain't noticed, um, it's still not completely there. I don't know if I'm debating tonight or not. Oh, you didn't say nothing about a wrench. Okay, I had to check my. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, Shout out to Brandon Bay in the building, man. Shout out to Brandon Bay in the building, man. Let me see something. I don't know why I thought it was you, Shabo. I'm sorry, Shabo. Strike that from the record, please. Scheme is challenging the debate. Scheme is challenging his scores from the debate. Okay, there you go. So now the link is posted. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. Yeah, it's kind of fucking scary, man. And you know, I'm so transparent. I don't mind y'all getting the experience. And I want people to get the knowledge because the shit is real, man. Man, I mean, it's just a matter of knowing, right? Because, I mean, we're just laying there. And then she turns to me. I see her sit up. And I'm kind of like, you know, you hungry? She like, no, not really. But I see it in her face. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what's up? So she said, man, my chest kind of feel like it did that one night. She got up and she said, oh, I opened the door, like maybe you need some air. Open the door. Of course, I got 911, you know, down into my phone already. But yeah, it's just a matter of time, man. And so y'all gotta do that because y'all can't take no play no games with that, you know. That's a very, you know, time sensitive situation where you have a blocked artery and you know your heart could take too much damage to come back from. But I thank y'all for the strength and the prayers and the wishes and the thoughts. I really do. Scheme in the building. Shout out to the young boy. What's
Peace,
going on,
peace,
man?
peace. What's up,
Good
Suave?
to see
Peace,
you, big
man.
dog.
How you
Man,
feeling?
hanging in there. I can't complain. I can't complain.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I got your challenge to your scores.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, how did you feel about the challenge I sent in? Was it not enough, or was it
Too
just right? Was
much.
it too much? Too
Too
much?
much. You know me. I mean, I'm sure the judges appreciated it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure the judges appreciated
And
it, and it's
so,
a nice standard
can I
for
ask
you
a
to go
question?
with.
Not to cut you off. Has
Yeah.
anybody ever presented a challenge that was like that, or is it supposed to be in a different format?
Um. No, I haven't received any challenges that's like that. It's usually just so and
Piece of
so would
paper.
like to challenge their scores in this round and this round due to this. Um,
Wow.
the judges say, "Hey, go back to the video, get the timestamp. Let us know this, that,
Oh,
and the
so
other."
it's
But
simple.
nobody, yeah, but nobody ever has. Yeah. So I mean, you
Oh,
setting the standard for that. You're definitely setting
okay.
the standard for that. So
Yeah, I didn't want to do that, but I mean, it's important to me, man. That because I had I had, what I'm saying, a lot of good people counting on me on this debate. So I had to get it right, just for peace of mind. At least attempt
yeah,
to. I say attempt to
yeah.
fix it. But it's all good. It is what it is. However the judges feel about my challenge, but I feel like it was pretty well put out, if I do say so myself. Um, I am interested to see their take on it. Um, but how you feel about it though, from what you read? Was there any
I think you
problems
got a
that you
legit
had with it?
no problems. No, I just I mean, I think it was worth challenging. You
Okay,
know, and
okay,
I I I I I expect a raise in your score. You
okay,
know,
okay.
so I don't know what it is. Like I said, man, I'm not envious of the judges at all when it comes to handing down those rulings and standing on them. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
and admitting that you have to change them because
yeah, yeah,
that's something that's big too. So hopefully they look at it and I mean, well, they're gonna look at it and
yeah.
hopefully you get the results you're looking for because yeah, I feel like you did. I feel like you did better than what the scores represented.
Yeah, I agree that I did fumble on the rapid fire, but other than that, and I in the last 3 minutes of my rebuttal was um, just bullshit. But other than that, not bullshit, but I was just relying on rhetoric. But other than that, I feel like I that's why I challenged it because that was my only things I agreed was the what's it called? I'm sorry, or I kept rambling. Sorry, yeah, that I agreed that I shouldn't go into my points and start expounding in the middle of it and just wait till the end. So I didn't challenge things like that because I didn't disagree with everything they said. It was just
Mhm.
things I felt like they missed. And I had a conversation with one of the judges. So just to get some clarity on the whole things that they miss, and so that's why I challenged it too. After shout out to the judges too, though. By the way, ain't no malice.
Yeah, that's a fact. No, it's a system, man. Brandon Bay in a building, man, keeping her name in the air. Shout out to Takia Smith. Rest in peace. What's good, big dog? What's going on, bro? You went back on mute. Oh, well, as he gets settled in. Yeah, shout out to Lovebird79, Surviving Life Hurdles, Last Calls coming in, man. Shout out to y'all. Hit that like button. Yeah, I got to get my phone to see if I'm debating today. Let me get my phone and call something right quick. But
Who you got?
a guy named Takari Dawson.
Okay, okay. What's the title?
Don't uh the best title in the world, The Shape of the Earth.
Hey, that's gonna be good though. That's gonna be good. If y'all do have it, that is gonna be good. Those never get old. For
Well,
real.
I'm glad you got those sentiments because everybody else is tired. That shit.
Nah,
Shout out to Brandon Bay. What's good, big dog?
nah, I
Hey,
don't mind. Nah, I don't
okay.
mind it.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know, bro.
Love to you and sister. Stop it, little boy. Love to you and sister Katrina, man. I wanted to hear your voice so I could tell you that. Text message don't say quite what you feel. So love to y'all, strength to y'all. You already know I'm communing in on the other side, trying to make sure everything's straight right on this side. You know what I mean? So love, bro, and don't get unfocused. Stay focused. Feel me?
Oh yeah. We here. We
But
here. Shout out to Rio and Cozy, man.
I'm back in the chat. I just had to say that. Love you, brother.
Love, big dog. Love you, bro. Appreciate you, man. And you already know, man. Real talk and real life. And shout out to Brandon Bay, man. Holding it
Hey,
down on his side of town. Is that boy?
say hey.
Are you
Hey.
ready? What's up, Let me not mess his head up. Hey, hello. How your
He's
kids
a
like
quiet
Johnny?
baby. He being quiet, but he said hey in his mind. Okay.
There you go. Shout out to Let's Talk About It. Appreciate the blessings and the healing energy. Uh yeah, what you think about that conversation scheme? You ever been a flat earther?
I did a lot of research on that. That's interesting you asked, because I don't take the stance of either the heliocentric theory or the flat Earth theory. I just simply don't know the true shape of the Earth, and that's why I find this debate interesting. Because I feel like I'll never know unless I'm able to. I don't know. It's a lot going on with that,
Unless
man.
you
I'm not.
get so you don't believe the videos, the pictures are fake.
Oh, you talking? Well, no, I don't. The whole. I know how NASA produces their photos through a whole bunch of photos. And all that. I know about what's CGI and what's not. I've done. I mean, I haven't done research on flat Earth in years since I used to get into conspiracies. But from the research I've done, I've come to the conclusion that it's not a globe. It's not just flat though. We just don't. I don't know. So some people
Okay, that's
might say
hard.
they do know. So I'm interested to hear.
Okay, that's hard. Yeah, well, I believe it is a globe, a sphere, a ball.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm gonna go in to prove that at this debate. Shout out
That's
to
gonna be
Takari
dope.
Johnson. I mean, he joined the league a while ago, disappeared,
Mm.
and then came back out of the blue like, "Yo, tell Suave I want that flat Earth debate," and he's disappeared again. So we're not gonna get much promo up out of him. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a everyday promo like shit talking like
Yeah.
for the people type person. T Duck is in the
Hmm.
building. Shout out to T Duck. What's going on with you?
Peace. Peace.
All
Peace.
right. First and
Shit.
foremost, give glory to God. Hey, thank him and thank you, Suave, for making sure sis is doing okay. Um, Scheme, what's up with you, little Brody?
What's up, boss? What's up? Peace.
Same
Peace.
shit, different toilet. Doing better than some, worse than others.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if what's your capitalism temperature like?
Capitalism. I don't know too much about so it's like politics, capitalism, socialism, or economics. What do you classify that under? Economics.
Yeah, social economics.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not too astute on those topics. I will say
Oh,
honestly,
that's
but
what's up.
I do find them quite interesting more than politics. I
Right.
definitely do. Like socialism and all that. I think I
Mhm.
caught one of those debates about that. I forget what it was. Something about socialism or I don't remember. Should black people be patriotic? I seen that one. That wasn't bad. That was with
Chris.
Chris. Yep.
Chris make anything look good, man. You gotta be careful with
Hmm.
that.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I don't know. But what's your stance on economics?
Oh, I like a more socialistic approach. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though it's a public sector.
Also,
That's
is
the
that like
backbone of our
so?
people.
So
Go ahead.
that's like the old Russians, like everybody work and then just everybody make the same money.
Nah, I mean, you just said two things at once. So
Okay.
Nah, it's not like Russia, but everyone making the same money. Yeah. Um,
Oh, so
yeah,
that's
it's a little bit more
like the
complicated.
Soviet.
Nah,
Okay. Okay.
it's more so like Mondragon.
Okay. What's
I
that?
mean, yeah, that's the largest co-op company we have today.
Okay. And all their employees make the same amount no matter their role.
What's that?
In this company, the employees all make the same amount of rate.
No.
Regard. Okay. What's so?
Well, the they have different tiers, but no
Oh.
one can make more than 8 times as much. I mean 8 to 9 times as much as the lowest paid employee. So they practically all making about the same amount because everybody is an employer. There are no employees, if that
Okay.
makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
Because everybody
Okay.
got a stake in the business.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
something I would have to look into to even just keep up a conversation with you about that. I'm just asking questions at this point
Oh, that's
because I
dope.
don't know. Yeah, because I never heard of that company and how they work in
Yeah,
regards to
well,
socialism.
for 50 years they suppressed all the information that come with that because of the Red Scare and all that, and the fight against those type of things, entities. So now it's basically we got access to it. We just got to catch up with the
Hmm.
information and have it suitable for us.
Is
That's
the
dope.
Can I ask you a question though?
You got it.
Um, is it unfair? Is the angle of why you would like socialism to pop off rather than what's the opposite? Capitalism? Is it because you want to be fair, or you see a bigger goal that you're getting at? Is it something I'm missing to where like someone who's smarter than the next man can make more than him, therefore he should have to suffer due to his intellectual um blockage? Like, his ceiling is higher than his, so he can make more
Right.
money. He's more lucrative. He's more, and then now he has to suffer and take the same pay cut as the average Joe over here. Is that or is there an angle of it's not about that? It's just let's be fair. Like, which one is it? Which one's more logical? Like, more, you know,
I
sounds
would
better.
say when we talk about socialism, we're not talking about uh, income. We're talking about
Okay.
we're talking about labor and the people and the health. So you
Okay.
switch you switch your how do I say it? You
Okay, so
switch.
all doctors make the same, all teachers make the same, all construction workers make the same. That's what you're getting at.
I mean, to some extent, it's
Okay,
it's not
I
so
think I
much that
get
they
it.
make the same.
I know I'm not listening. I think I get what you're saying though. It's like back with the tiers thing. If you're a construction worker, and then there's tiers within that construction workers, um, what I say, business to where there's tiers within that, or is there no tiers within like teachers or construction workers or architects? Like, is there tiers within that of different pay? Like this architect or all architects would
It all
be
varies. It
okay. So
varies on the you know,
okay,
it
okay,
you have a say so. See, that's the beauty of it.
okay,
Everybody has a say so, whereas you just go in and you got to agree to this wage to be exploited. You have a say so in it. So it all depends on what you're doing as a co-op. You figure out
okay.
what you're gonna do. You know, China and China and Russia went wrong because all they did was replace these CEOs with government, agents to
Hmm.
dictate and regulate. And then once the governments got corrupted, so did the businesses.
What?
Whereas if you do a co-op and everybody has a say, you got equity and democracy. Whereas you could basically get rid of the people who have these positions that managerial positions because you have a vote, you have a say so, rather than you just got to accept what's already the foundation.
Hmm. Where does stock trading and forex come into play? Any of this?
it would be the same way.
Who's
I
my
mean,
boss when it comes to that? Like, who's over me making sure I don't reach a certain amount, my quota?
no, you will have stocks and stuff, but
Okay, so that's a separate. So that's separate from this
right,
conversation.
yeah, because as an
Oh,
individual,
okay. So I found. Okay, so that's something I
yeah,
could be my own boss at
right,
and still thrive in a socialistic economy.
oh yeah.
Okay, so what's stopping other lucrative money getting ideas like that, like from popping off in a physical realm other than on my phone or electronically?
Oh,
I'm
cultural hegemony, the capitalistic mindset, the exploitation. Why
uh
should I divvy up my surplus with the workers that made the surplus even possible? That's ludicrous. I can exploit them. I can be rich, leave them at paycheck to paycheck type of lifestyle, so that I
food.
can always ensure that they'll come to work or at least work
Whoa,
for me,
whoa, whoa,
or at
whoa,
least never be
whoa.
on my level.
Hold, hold on, brother. Wait, you, you sound. This is getting a little. You know what I'm getting? It sound a little too little tyrannistic, like a little too forcive. Like would you agree, or does this sound like freedom?
Nah, I don't agree with capitalism. That's why they want you to switch it up, though. They want to see that video or something.
Okay.
You promise these people a video?
What video?
I don't know. They asking for Rob video.
And I got one more question though. One more question for
Oh,
you.
you got it.
Um, because I'm concerned. I don't know. I mean, the whole like we're gonna make it seem like you got a bigger picture that you trying to get that you aiming for.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
okay, saying the you it sounded like you was using the workers to get to it though, and it's saying it's getting masked under it's for y'all. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. But I mean, I'm not opposed to it. It could work, but it's just I don't think the people are gonna be happy doing it.
Right.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
that's separate from will it work or not though. That's separate.
yeah, it could definitely work. I
Yeah.
mean, people greedy. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, people that feel that they deserve more aren't going to be pleased with it.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact
Okay.
that you would sleep better at night knowing that the person next door to you ain't about to, break down your door and put a gun to your head because you got what he want. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I get it. So this
Yeah,
alleviates crime as well.
it's equally dispersed. You're able to pay taxes, you're able to build up your community, get some
Gold mine in the
schools.
building.
What up, man?
Man, do
Peace,
it
peace.
big.
Okay.
Peace. What up,
Respect,
Ski?
respect. What up? What up? Peace, peace.
Go Measy.
What
You still think
the
that that
do
works
to
in a
you, Dizzle?
capitalistic system?
Lisa.
No, I was saying to
What you
T
say,
Duck. You
Birdie?
still think that that works in a capitalistic system, though? You really think that that works in a capitalistic system, or that's something that would actually thrive in a system that people are already in the 1 percentile of business owners? So I mean, like, what do you propose when you're telling like when you say that all the people should make, I guess I would suppose an equal amount, but not necessarily an equal amount because that would be almost impossible if there's someone that's actually putting in more money or more resources. Those people would normally get back what they're putting in, as opposed to the people who aren't. So how does that benefit everyone equally?
I would say that those resources are stolen. So
Oh, so
why argue? I got the minute. The reason why I would say those resources are stolen because the people that are bringing those things to the table did not manufacture them things themselves. They exploited someone's labor in order to obtain those things.
who did? Who? I'm just curious as to who did that because as it stands, as the United States Census Bureau writes it up, 55% of the business owners here in America are white. Blacks only make up 1% of that, 1.4%, or maybe 1.9 now that we're in 2022. So exactly who are you blaming for that?
Who am I blaming? Anybody who exploits anyone's labor. There isn't no blame. There's a God basis or a standard. Whoever exploits anyone's labor is considered a capitalist bloodsucker.
Right. So then you're talking about the 55% of the whites that everyone is working for. Because those 55% of the whites that are the business owners in America are making up, I think, over 200 million jobs here,
Mm.
if I'm not mistaken. So who are you blaming? So when you're saying what you're saying, are you saying that individuals like Suave Boss or Gold Mine wouldn't stand to benefit from creating a business within their home that they can hire their children, their wives, and things of that nature? Or what
No,
do you
it's
suggest?
possible.
Oh, so it is possible.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
possible.
okay.
Anything is
I figured that.
possible.
Queen Cascade in the building. Peace.
And I want you to know, T-Duck,
Good morning.
the only thing that saved you was a motherfucker did some fugazi ass shit, hung up the phone on a nigga when they said that they family is getting buried and shit like that, and then didn't answer the phone again after that. So just know that you escaped that ass whooping. But salute to you, brother.
Oh no, we can run it back.
No, now
Yeah, but the thing is, we not trying to just get these individuals. We trying to gain cultural hegemony within our communities.
you
So
ain't gonna
if you unfamiliar
include
with,
the person. Hold up. If you're gonna make moves like that and you're not gonna incorporate the person who you're making moves about, that says a lot in itself. So I can respect that, and respectfully, I ain't got nothing to say about that. But what I won't do is run anything back. You got that. If
yeah, I got.
somebody else did
I
it
ain't got
to
no
you, I'm
dog
not
in that
gonna
fight.
argue with that. I'm not gonna argue with that.
Yeah, it ain't nothing against you. It's just you know how people be shaky with these debates, man. And
Yeah,
then it's so hard for me to get a debate on my own. It's just like I gotta do what I gotta do sometimes. It ain't no spite to you at all. I
I
know you,
feel you.
bro.
I feel you. The way it was conveyed, though, if it was you doing it, it would be different. But if the way it was conveyed and who conveyed that, the way it's gonna be taken is the way it's gotta be taken. You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah.
That's all I want you to know. Because you know I was ready to roast that ass. I don't want you to think that I didn't forget about you and your goddamn socialistic goddamn views on jobs.
Exactly. Because like we need the cultural hegemony within our communities. We need to be able to pay taxes. Therefore, we can implement and have power within our communities.
We
Right
can't
now,
do
the
that
government,
without government. In
huh?
this country, we can't do that without positions of government. We can't just literally start our own taxation. Well, we can, but it's not going to supersede the one that's in America. So we're still going to be obligated to pay America's taxes as well as whatever taxes we implement. The only
No,
way
that's
we
the
can
that's the
actually
taxes I'm
cut
talking
taxes
about. Us
in
being able to pay.
America, we'd have to engage government.
No, those are the taxes I'm very much saying we pay. Because right now we don't pay taxes because we live in government housing. Therefore, they don't tax us, and that's why they give us the
You don't pay taxes.
schooling and things of that nature. They give us.
You don't pay. You don't pay FICA. They
I
don't
do.
take no taxes out of your check.
No, I do, but I don't
That's
stay in
what I'm
government
saying.
housing.
I'm saying that I'm talking about on that level. I'm not talking about like necessarily the taxation that comes with owning a home. I'm talking about the taxation that you receive when you're making your money. That cuts into a percentage of how much you make. So if you made $1,000 on your taxes, unless you're claiming like 7 fucking dependents, you're not gonna see that $1,000. You're probably gonna make like $851.66. And that's just my rough estimation, but I do that like quite frequently. So I know how much that shit normally comes out to.
Right. I'm not disputing that. I'm saying like in the hoods, they are not getting tax dollars. That's like one of their main complaints. Why are we complaining when we're not getting any tax revenue
We
from?
don't have any we have no representation. If we had a financial state in the political forefront of what happens in our communities, it would stand to reason that we would also have a foothold in what happens as far as the finances in our communities. Oh, baby boy, come here. No, 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 don't cry. Don't cry, Super Two. Come here. That's Daddy hug. No, no, cry, cry. Daddy don't like you to cry. Yeah. Okay, my bad, bro. But again, what I'm saying is we don't have any power in Congress. Like we don't our money, the money that we make or the money that we have doesn't go towards government or anything political whatsoever. So how would you expect any change to come about if we have seen in this country that most of the politicians that we are looking at are backed by somebody? So their interests are vested. So if I think that you're a good candidate, right?
Mm-hmm.
It would behoove me to invest money in your candidacy so that when you are elected, first of all, we have financial ties to one another, which in turn moralistically obligates us to one another. Aside from the fact that if I'm voting for you and I'm giving you that much money, we should already have vested interest in the community, correct? Or am I incorrect?
No, I mean that could make sense, but I think you not seeing the direction that it goes. Like when you're dealing with co-ops and socialistic type of business models, you're spreading the wealth out evenly amongst more people. So now this community has more money, not just one person. The
So what's
community
the difference?
actually functions
Let
as
me
a
ask you, what's the difference between what the model that you're posing and the 55% of white business owners that are able to pay their white workers 80,000 in comparison to the 50,000 that they pay their black workers?
I think I think you're getting away from what I'm trying to say. I'm saying if you're giving the people around you more money, more revenue, then
Right.
you can accomplish more.
But you're
Now
saying
you're not
that the business can't do that. A business can give as much revenue as they choose. You're capping the business as if there's a legal capsation as far as how much they can give to someone. They have a legal amount that they are allowed to, like, basically there's a wage that is established by all the states and the governments and shit. There's a bottom wage. But those business owners don't have to stick to that. If they want to, they can pay people $100 an hour, depending on how much revenue they're bringing in or whatever. It's just contingent upon the owner themselves. You're saying, like, the way that you're saying it is if somebody somebody working can't make more money in the same field working at a different job.
no, I think you that's a misrepresentation of what I'm saying. What I am saying is that as everybody is an employer, that more wealth is generated amongst more people throughout the community. So then now you have the ability to pay taxes. You have the ability to improve your community because it's not given to one person who lives away from the community in a mansion and got 20 cars and houses and boats and things. You actually have the people within the community with the means to do more for the community.
Was a misrepresentation. Not everyone who owns businesses live like that. Even Elon Musk excuse me, he's not in Dallas, Texas. He's in Texas somewhere. He lives in a fucking manufactured home. Did you know that? In Texas, he lives in a manufactured home. My apartment is larger than his home. He's a billionaire.
Right. And that's the thing.
Okay, so
Regardless of
when
how
you make
he
that example,
lives.
you're that's kind of mute because you're actually putting a lifestyle on it. You're saying that everyone has to live by that. That's not the standard that every business owner lives by.
But you're also saying Elon Musk is the standard of all business owners. We know
I'm
that
not.
not to be true. I
I
can
didn't
show
say
you
that.
tons
I'm
of
just I used him as an example because he's one of the richest, and and as a business owner, he chose not to live like that. As a business,
right.
he was able to make an individual choice. What you're assuming is that each individual doesn't have that choice, which we do. Especially if you're talking about black people coming out of a community where we haven't I have no need for an 18-bedroom home. I have no need for an 18-bedroom home whatsoever. Even if I can afford one, I have no need for it. Even if I'm like, okay, I get married, I have a couple kids, I'm not gonna have 18 fucking kids. There's no need for that. Maybe if anything, maybe a 5 or 6 bedroom home, but that would be with everyone occupying it. And if I get old and my kids move out, I'm gonna downsize because I don't want all that space. That doesn't maximize my profit or my money just because I have the space. If we're thinking on terms of economics. So when you're putting that out there, you're saying this small percentage of business owners that live like that. That's not a large percentage of business owners that live like that. That's a very small percentage that are able to to indulge in things such as $20 million homes, which serve no benefit to the community, or at least to our community, that is. So why would I, as a black business owner, decide to live like that, knowing everything that I know now?
No, I understand what you're saying, but you actually agree with what I was saying. I'm talking about proximity. Tesla is in California. He lives in Texas. The point is, he's not in a community where we have co-ops and things. You're taking people from that community, and they're working together, making closest to the equal amount
Well,
you
that's
could
not his goal.
possibly get,
That's
improving
his
their
goal is not.
communities.
His goal is not doing that. The white communities don't need that help. So that's not his goal. But he started schools for white kids. So what? So you're saying that white business owners don't benefit white communities? Because the way that you're framing that is as if, okay, I know they don't benefit us. I know that for a fucking fact. But you're saying that white business owners don't benefit white communities? Is that what you're suggesting?
No, what I'm saying is that he's not where his business is. Whereas when you're dealing with a co-op and you want to rebuild your community, you're going to be living next or near where you worked, and you're going to build it up because everybody is equally proportioned to assist in not only paying taxes but improving their community. That is the
I wouldn't.
focus. He's not doing that. None of them
Okay.
are doing that.
What
They're
about the co-ops
exploiting
in
people.
New York? Have you researched the co-ops in New York that are running those I don't even know what you want to call those hostels that they call apartments?
No, I'm
Like,
unaware of that.
oh, because they're running a co-op too, but the members that go into there, which I have, I actually had some interviews that I wanted to pull up and show in the debate, but you can look in the what was it New York Post, right? So there's a co-op. There's one co-op in particular that they have a board member meeting, so that you could become a part of the co-op. Especially, I think, because they have a residency, so everyone lives in the same building. But what they require of new members is to basically they would basically have to, okay, like if you're living in a part or section of a building and that part or section falls down or becomes destroyed, even if you're there only 24 hours, you are obligated at that point to use your insurance to fix that, whatever that may be. Do you think that that could be beneficial to the person who's living there, or do you think that that could be detrimental to the person who's living
I think it could go either way, depending on the person's character.
there? So basically, somebody who hasn't been there for more than 2 days should be obligated to something that may have happened 10 years ago.
It all depends. It depends. I wouldn't be able to, determine.
And the reason I brought that up, Heat Up, is because I've when I first started looking at like LLCs, sole proprietorships, C corporation, S corporations, co-op was there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not completely shitting on it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get that. Don't think that in any way, shape, or form. It's just my personal understanding of how it's being used currently. It's hard to say that one co-op would be beneficial as opposed to what we're actually dealing with in real time in America. We're literally dealing with capitalism. We are literally our everyday lives are dictated by corporations. It's
Mm,
not the same in other countries. In other countries, there's a more vested interest with the people as opposed to in America. Before
mm,
blacks got the right to vote here in America, businesses did. You can look that up. This is not something I'm making up, and this is something I was definitely going to present in our debate.
mm,
That's scary. And if we're thinking about this in a 20 to 30-year time span, it's been almost 100 over 100 years since that day. So we can only imagine how much power has been amassed by those moves. So, in my personal opinion, and this is outside of any debate thing, this is what I feel personally. Like, I think that at this point in time, Black people have to engage business and corporation in order to survive. As far as how much wealth is actually available, there's not much. 80% of that is held by the whites. There's like, we're fighting over 13%. Everyone here is fighting over 13%, bro.
mm.
Everyone. And we still ain't got but 1% of that 13%.
Right. But I don't see that as an issue because it's not about gaining wealth. It's about the people.
Hold on, wait, it's not. I didn't say anything about wealth. That you mentioned wealth. I said vested interest.
Right.
These people are
But
working
there
off
be
credit.
let's
Most
keep
people
it
don't have
peaceful.
profit. Just so you know, most people don't have profit. A lot of people are working off credit. Most of these millionaires and billionaires are in the negative because they have X amount of dollars invested.
Well, they fools. They getting pimped. Credit is a form
How if
of
their
pimping.
if their needs are being met? How are they getting pimped if their needs are getting met? If their children are able to go through the court systems and don't have to suffer the same things that our children are, why would you say that?
Because you're given something that you do not possess. In
Don't they
return, you have to pay a stiff. Not only do you pay the money that you were given, but you also got to pay interest. So you're being pimped.
interest for what?
Whatever you were credited.
Yeah, most businesses ain't getting credited anything. You're not going to be able to get a business loan unless your credit is 680 in America. You can check. This is not all of the things I'm telling you. You can check right now. They're not going to give you a business loan if your credit score is under 680. If your credit score is about 680 to 700, you're not dealing with high percentage rates. So the person who's going to take a personal loan, they may be obligated to a 15% percentage rate as far as on that return. But a business isn't seeing that.
Mm,
Businesses, you're working on 9 and 1 and point nines. It's not the same. It's not the same for a person as it is for a business. You should know that just for co-ops, the tax
mm,
breaks for co-ops are much different than it is for an actual individual person. An individual person is not going to receive the same tax breaks as a co-op because even as a co-op, you have to register as a business.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same dilly. The only difference is the structure and how it performs. And how it performs is it's a democracy and there's equity involved within every employer in the business rather than the employer employee scenario where there's exploitation taking place. So rather than it be predicated upon making the bottom line and making hella money, it's more on the welfare of the workers and making sure that everybody's straight rather than a couple people straight. You produce it, you get the benefit from it. Whereas in a capitalistic structure, you produce it and your employer benefits from it. It's exploitation. And you can't get around that. And what
No,
co-op?
that's just the model that you're pulling. That's the model that you're pulling forward. But every business doesn't operate like that. There are multiple businesses that there is some form of kickback just for working for them because they benefit from having people there. The model that you're putting forth is a European or Caucasian model. Most of the black businesses in any black community normally deal with other black businesses and they give back to the black community because we're in a much more disparaging position than anybody else. We're below the poverty line, bro.
But the
Below
thing
it.
is,
There's a line and we're under that bitch.
but see, that's
Like we're not even in a position to like go off and buy $1 million homes and benefit just ourselves. We're not even in that position.
see,
Because if we do that, we could leave and then multiple family members die because they don't have the resources that they need.
but
So
listen how
like,
that sounds. It's controlling. You want to control. A kickback is you wanting to be in control and give the people back as you see fit. Whereas
no,
the
I
people
don't.
can make it in the first place. In the co-op,
No, I
you
don't.
gonna make it in
No, I
the first
don't.
place.
You're not. You're not encouraging these people to become business owners as yourself. That's what I do. Hell, if I'm gonna hire you, I want you to know exactly what I do to run this shit. So that
How are you not
if
a
you
business
want to,
owner
you
in
can
a
figure this out.
co-op?
You're a shareholder in a co-op. You're a shareholder. You hold shares just like everyone else. So yeah, if you're saying that, if you're trying to make that out to be a business owner, sure. But you don't own as many shares. You're not the ultimate shareholder in that organization. Of course, it's split, equally, right? Is that
Correct.
correct? So how are they the owner of anything? They only have shares. They have stakes in it. They don't own it. They have stakes in it.
That actually makes you an owner
Part owner, not
because you
us.
have a vote.
Part owner.
Anybody with shares has a vote.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't.
See, we
But
have to
you're
stop.
saying that as if businesses don't have the same thing. Like there's no shareholders in a business. No one has stakes in a business. You're the way that you're making the model as if co-op and businesses are that much different. They share starkly similar attributes if you look at them from the outside looking in. I'm just talking about functionality, what they do, how they produce, what they're able to do. They both do virtually the same thing. It's just how people engage them. So when you're saying co-op, you're forcing the opportunity for shares for everyone. Everyone doesn't want to do that. Everyone doesn't want to share. That's something that you have to take into consideration in a capitalistic society where rent is due. When you're saying, hey, buy into this, people have already bought into X amount of things. I have my little sister spends around 18 to 20 grand a year on her hair. I can only imagine how much she has to make in order to do that. And that's just the conversation that I've had with my sister. How much she'd have to make to cover that. You know what I'm saying? To cover that type of expenditure. When you're talking about taking people from the position of where they are now, which is already below the poverty line, what are you offering to them
Once
as a
again,
resolution?
they get more money. Whereas
How?
an employer exploits you and give
How?
you a percentage, a small percentage at that,
Show me one
your
co-op
work.
that where co-op members are making more than someone working at a regular business. I can show you several businesses where people are making more than people at a co-op like Lowe's. Did you know Lowe's, I think, is a co-op?
Lowe's is not a co-op.
It's one of them. Lowe's or Ace Hardware. One of the two of those are a co-op. Check it. Look, I ain't making this shit up.
No, but I mean,
Okay.
I wouldn't
Now,
know for them
hold on, wait.
anyway.
What are their wages? No, don't skip past that. What are their wages there? Are their wages the same as somebody working at Sam's Club?
Um,
Because from what I remember, in 2021, they were starting people off at like $9 to $10 an hour, whereas in Costco's and Sam's are starting people off at 15 to 17. So now what would you mean when you're saying like that's more beneficial? What co-op in America pays more than business?
No, I don't think Lowe's is a co-op. I don't. I think you have a misunderstanding of what a co-op is. I could actually find some co-op businesses, but I mean, you could continue on. But the bottom line is that
Yeah, I know I can.
no
You
matter
need.
how far you go with it, the exploitation is always going to be there. And with the co-op, people actually make more money than they would if they were to work for somebody and get their labor exploited.
I
Because
don't know. I don't know if that's true, T Duck. I don't know if you can make if people stand to make more money. Their dues. You have to pay dues in co-ops. That's not the same as a business. You're not obligated to pay dues in that motherfucker. We're actually obligated to pay you. So, like, just in that in itself, explain the dues. Explain how you can also pay somebody a wage and also request dues of them, and that and those two not equal out to getting paid less. Could you explain that to me, T Duck?
that's not the case.
So they wouldn't be paying dues in your co-op?
No, that's not. Those aren't necessary. It's all about the surplus. How the
Okay, so
surplus
where
is
are you
divvied
getting your
up.
funding from? Where are you getting your funding from?
You don't need funding.
So how do you start that? Oh man. So you're telling me that you can just start a co-op without
Just like
funding?
you would start any other business. There is
Well,
no
yes, there is.
secret formula.
Okay, so how much does it cost to go start a co-op? How much does it cost to go get a co-op started? EIN number, how much does that cost?
There's no difference between a regular
Oh, wait a minute. You're
business.
saying there's no difference, but that there's a cost. So if there's a cost, that means that someone has to pay that cost. Where are the funds coming from?
Like I said, there's multiple ways to fund a co-op. Just as similar,
How? If you're not
the
taking
same way.
dues, you said you're not taking dues, right? The
Right,
business has not been started, so there's no production to pull
right.
funds from. Where are you getting the money?
You could do crowdfunding. You could do
From people. Oh, so the
yeah.
people.
You could do crowdfunding. You could do loans. You could
Oh,
have the money
so at this
on your
at that
own. There's just as different,
so from the
same,
people.
just as a regular business. All
Okay,
the
so
ways people gain revenue is the ways you could do it. That's not the important
so
part.
in essence, you're saying that people should take money away from what they've already been putting their money into bills like their children's schooling, any after school classes, any daycare,
Workplace stuff, Lord.
any of that. You're saying take the money away from that and then put it towards a co-op that they have not seen working or not seen anything produced from yet, put their money into that, and then wait on the revenue to come from it.
Oh no, it's just like I said. It's just like a regular business. It's just the money is divvied up more equally. That's all.
I don't see how that's divvying it up equally. The person that actually puts forth the money to do the paperwork for the business is gonna 9 times out of 10 receive more money just on the basis that they actually had to use money.
No, they'll be compensated.
Unless you're talking about okay, right. You have to be
In
talking.
in the case, in the instance, there is a sole proprietor in the beginning. They will be reimbursed whatever startup cost they have to pay, and then the remaining surplus will be divvied up equally amongst all the other people,
Teed up
including
going
themselves.
forward. If you ever debate somebody about this, I'm because I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. I got other goals right now. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. You need to make a business model that reflects what you're trying to say. Because sporadically just saying, hey, this can work and that can work is not a business model. Like if you wanted to get a loan from or a grant from the government for your co-op, you'd have to have a working business model as to how those funds would be allocated. Because even in just getting funds from a grant, people want to know where their money's going. Just like if you're going to be getting crowdfunding, people want to know exactly how that money that they're giving you is being spent, irregardless of what you're talking about in the overall. They want to know that their investment is secured. They want to know that, okay, if I gave him $100, he didn't take that $100 and buy cigarettes. He put it towards labor or working capital or other investments for your co-op. I'm only saying that because I do this shit. I do this. Hence the reason why I'm telling you
Right,
this.
but you don't
And
do
that's what I
co-ops.
want to have the
Therefore, you
debate.
don't really know.
No, I'm not a co-op. I have the opportunity and the option, but
Right.
no, I chose LLC. I chose sole proprietorship. And that
No,
was more beneficial for me and my business partner as opposed to a co-op.
right. It's foreign to you. So
No,
that's
it's
all
not.
I'm expressing.
Co-op is not foreign to me.
Uh,
How is it foreign
but,
to me when I tell you about the co-ops in New York that you don't know about? But you were going to debate me about this. I've been studying. What do you know about the international co-op? The one
I
that's
always bring up
one
Monroe.
of the largest ones. That's one of the largest ones. What do you know about them? What do you know about their mission plan and statement?
I know a lot. Hey, Suave, you still there? Hold on, let me
Uh-huh.
share this screen.
Yeah, I hear you. Nigga said, "Hey, I know a lot."
I do.
Okay.
I study military.
Their mission plan and statement is to improve the environment into which they came from. So
All right.
the
These
communities that they all
this
come from, their whole goal is to improve them by utilizing the funds that they make from their co-op. But if you know that, you would be able to recite that like I just did. I'm not reading shit.
Oh no, I'm gonna read it. Cooperative principles: open voluntary
There you go.
membership. Membership is cooperative, voluntary and non-discriminatory. Democratic control: each member receives one vote. This is in contrast to other corporations where the number of shares owned determines voting power. So that right there is saying that instead of making it you making it where the people that stockholders, the people in a typical business, the stockholders are not people that work for the company. They people that just sit on their ass and make money off of your labor. Well, that's not the case in a co-op. You are part of that. So that's that democratic control. That's why I talk about
That's
democracy.
projection, brother. You're projecting.
No,
You're saying that as if we don't know the disposition of the individuals. You do not know if they actually work for the companies or not. You're just foreshadowing. So don't make a statement without actually having some information behind it, because you're just that's conjecture.
no, that's really the case of what happens in businesses.
How is that? So
And
you're saying that no one affiliated with the business is going to? Are you serious? Do you know that before if you're going like public, you have a time frame before you go public that people within your business can buy those shares? Did you know that?
that still doesn't take away.
Okay, statistically, did you know statistically in
You
America that
keep saying this
people that
stuff,
are
but
a
it
part of
doesn't
these
take
business,
away from the fact that the share
the people that are a
holders
part of the
are the
business
ones that can
are the
vote
ones
and
that
the
buy the
regular
shares.
typical employee can't. You're rambling on about something that has nothing to
You're
do with
talking about,
the
but you're talking
democratic
about the
control of
supremacy.
what a
You're
cooperative
talking about the
provides.
supremacy. That applies to my black life. No, it doesn't. I don't live under the auspice
But
that I have
your
to do what
business is
white.
not on the level of these corporations that I'm
It doesn't have
referring
to be.
to.
It
You're injecting yourself and you're
It does not mean that it
personalizing
cannot benefit
what
the
we
people that I
know
deal
what
with.
a business model looks like,
You are
bro.
lucky this
Like,
car lot is
stop. You
trying to
gotta,
sell me the fuck out of this car right now. They won't stop calling me this morning.
but
Hold up, brother.
member economic participation. Members contribute to and democratically control the financial resources of their cooperative. Anonymity
And
and independence. Cooperatives are independent self-help organizations controlled by their members. Continuous education. Cooperatives provide education on the principles and practices of the cooperative business so that members will be good decision makers and so the general public will be better understood cooperatives. Cooperatives among cooperatives. Cooperatives work together at the local, regional, national, international levels.
Hold on, T Dub. Hey, T Dub, can I interject something right quick? Because Brandon
Oh,
Bay
you got
had
it.
said,
You got it.
yeah, Brandon Bay said something that was quite important. You got to excuse me because I'm at work, okay? But what does it?
family. Hey,
What's
Chris,
going
how
on,
you
Brandon?
doing,
How are
bro?
you? How art thou? How art thou? What's going on,
I'm
bro? How are
good,
you?
bro. It's always good to hear your voice, brother.
No
Salute.
doubt, no doubt. Okay, yeah. Okay, so one of the things he says that you're projecting, you're foreshadowing. Now, as you read these definitions, are you aware of their function?
when you're reading these? Are you aware of their function?
No, I'm just reading cooperative principles.
Okay, good. So we're talking about cooperative principles, right? Okay,
Right.
so when you're talking about people who, when you're talking about a democratic process, what is the democratic process?
Where people have a vote.
Yeah, and Ryan, what are they voting for?
Whatever policies or laws or
No,
it's several
not
things.
at all. Not
No,
at all.
they're
It's
not.
it's several things, but we're talking about in a business model. The democratic process is a process when you're dealing with business where and someone is going to be elected to represent their business or be the face of their business, right? That's what the democratic process is when you're dealing with a business model. So they take a very diplomatic process in choosing their leader, president, CEO, et cetera, right?
It's not
Because how
limited
you're
to that, but
okay,
continue.
so no, it's yes, it is limited to that. That's the function. That's why I asked you function. That's keyword function. You can't create your own function just by reading these and trying to create a negative stigma on these words. That's called foreshadowing. That's what Brandon Bay was trying to tell you.
But that wasn't what I was doing.
But that's what you're doing because you're saying that his business can't isn't on the level of other businesses, but you eliminate the fact that it can grow. It could start off as a grassroots organization and blow up. It's the difference between micro and macro.
That's rhetorical, right?
No, it's not rhetorical. It's a fact.
No, you said what is the difference between micro and
No, I
macro?
didn't ask you. I said it's the difference between micro
Oh,
and
okay.
macro.
Big and small. Got you. But
Got
like
you.
I said, you're making the same mistake because it's not limited to just voting people in. And I
Okay,
had
give me an
stated that
example.
earlier.
Give me an example.
Okay, they also have to vote about the surplus. The
The
surplus. What
surplus.
happens with the surplus? Everybody
Okay,
has
what's
to vote.
surplus? You have to explain to us what these things are.
I do not have to explain nothing about a surplus. You know what the surplus is.
No, I don't. I
When
don't know what
goods,
business model you're producing here.
Yeah,
Is
the
it the
it's
food
surplus.
a regular.
industry? Is it the automotive industry? What is it? That's
It
what I'm
doesn't
asking you.
matter,
What is
bro.
it? No one votes on what type of surplus to bring in. I've never heard of that. I know they all agree upon
See,
what
you don't
products they
even know
want in their building.
economics, bro.
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry. You are trying to make an argument and you don't even understand what you're talking about. The surplus is what you have after you pay your overhead, your workers, and what is
Can you
it?
give
The
me a working
final
definition for
cost
that,
of the
please?
products you sell.
Good. Can you give me a
That's
working
the
definition for
surplus.
that, please?
Oh my God! Are you really don't
Yes,
know
I
what the
am
surplus
because I know
is?
sometimes you just be gish galloping.
No, I'm fucking God to you niggas. I keep telling you that. But hold
Okay.
on,
Oh, it's funny that you said that. Hey, Chris, before you get off this line,
Yeah.
if you would
nigga
like,
don't know what a
that was
surplus is.
my debate topic was LLCs or co-ops. If
Mm-hmm.
you feel as though because it sounds like you know enough about
Yeah, he
business
sounds like
or
he know, but he doesn't
security,
know what he's talking about when it comes to this.
LLCs,
Hold
sole
on, Tito.
proprietorship, and
Go
that
ahead.
nature, that I really would
Hold on,
love
I'm getting it
for
for you, big
anyone
dog.
to have dog. I would really love for someone to have that conversation because I think that that's an important conversation that needs to be had in the black community. Because I don't even think black people as a whole know much about co-ops or even enough about LLCs, sole proprietorship, C corps, S corps to begin to engage these things. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I can do you one better. What I'll do is I'll go get my brother Kansu Sheshmuamun because he is an economist, and I'll get him to break all those things down for you guys on here, and I'll ask him to do a show. And he can epistemologically break these things down for you so we can get a clear understanding on what all of them are because he is writing a book on these things as we speak. So I am
Oh,
not an
that's cool.
economist, so I can't give you without 100% a shadow of doubt on how all these things apply to us
No, I'm
today.
talking about a debate topic. I'm talking about a debate topic
Ooh.
because I don't have that debate topic.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not an economist, so I could just throw my opinion out there. You know what I deal with. I deal with history, comparative mythology, etc. So, but I
I'm
just want
trying
to
to get
say, but
over here. This
what this gentleman is teaching, I don't want to say that he's incorrect, but I think what he's doing is, like you said, he's doing a lot of foreshadowing, and that's not cool
Yeah.
when you're talking about economics because
that's not the
he
case. You
defines
see this?
himself. Hmm.
You have price.
I asked you
You
for
have
I didn't ask
quantity.
you for a graph chart. I asked you for a definition.
Oh. Let's see what we have.
All you have to do is type it up.
Calm down, grasshopper. Let me get this equation part off of it. And then surplus. Investopedia. Dude, I swear, y'all work too hard when y'all just know I'm right, though. I hate being like this. All right. A surplus describes the amount of an asset or resource that exceeds the portion that actively utilized. A surplus can refer to different items, including income, profits, capital, and goods. In context of inventories, a surplus describes the products that remain sitting on store shelves unpurchased. In budgetary context, a surplus occurs when income earned exceed expenses paid, which I tried to tell you. That is the working
No,
definition.
and
This
no,
is what I
that's
said.
yes, that is a working definition. I agree
But I
with
just
that. But you said surplus was what they voted on. I was also trying to tell you surplus is also resources.
absolutely
That's
they
what I
have
so
to
it
vote
has.
on the
Hold on, you don't
surplus.
have to get loud. Not like I said. Now you're foreshadowing again. This is what Brandon Bay was telling you. You do this a lot. Instead of saying, hey, you know what, I'm in agreement with you also, Chris. So what I was telling you was according to the democratic processes that these companies vote on their leader. They're not a dictatorship where they say, hey, he's the leader. All right, so you're actually showing and
Well, you
proving my
have
point,
to
which I've
let
been
me
trying to tell people.
hearing because I did agree with you.
No, you were trying to argue with me and say I didn't know what I was talking about.
No, I agree with you. I said there are several things. I said you were correct. That is one of the many things that they're able to do
I
because
don't
they're
remember.
all employers.
Did you
See, in
remember
a
him saying
co-op,
that? Do you
Chris,
remember him saying
everybody's
Hell
that?
an
no.
employer. I
I
did.
know.
Okay, we can move
I
past
wish
that.
It's
Suave
okay
would
though.
rewind it.
It's okay though, Brandon Bay. I'm gonna let you go ahead and get your shine on and stuff like that. Nice talking to you.
Yeah,
Okay, T
let him
Duck,
get his
man.
time. He
Thank
damn
you, T
sure
Duck.
ain't saying nothing about
Stay
you
up, Brody.
correct.
Hey, just get in the books. You'll get it, Chris. You'll be whooping my ass in no time.
Mm,
A
okay,
budget surplus
sure.
can also occur within governments with their leftover tax revenue after all government programs are fully financed. So that's something else your vote would allow you to deal with. So yeah. I didn't get to the other ones, but I'm pretty sure none of y'all care about this type of stuff anyway. Cause y'all don't want to get smart. Y'all just want to fight and argue.
I care about
All
business
right.
and enterprise, brother. I do because I feel as though as a collective of blacks, we lack in that realm in that field. Like we as entrepreneurs, there's not enough of us being entrepreneurs. There's more of us that are workers than entrepreneurs, which is not good for us in this.
So they want us to do it. We might have to set up the debate. We might have to set up the debate. They want to see it.
I don't want no points for it. I don't want. I want
Yeah, we don't. All right, let's just set it up. We'll do it. I still got the PowerPoint for the one before.
good.
I'm gonna work on this on though.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
Just,
definitely.
just make it connect your dots. That's all. That's all. Believe it or not, you have a very deep argument, but you need to connect it. You need to connect what each functionality is to each component so that it's one cohesive unit. So when you're saying co-ops, it's not all over the place. Because
Right.
that's how I interpret it when you're saying it. It's like it's just all over the place, which it's not. Co-ops really are like they can be beneficial depending on how you utilize it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very simple. It's it's like there's nothing different between a co-op and a regular business, only that everybody is an employer. Like How
It
hard
gotta
is that
be
to
more
understand?
differences than
It's just
that,
Yeah,
bro.
there are much more different
It gotta be
because
more differences than
the
that,
average
big
co-op
dog.
member cannot just bring someone in. They have to come before a board. Things have to be recognized. On an individual level, they can't just make those type of moves. So
And what
yeah,
is
I
the
get what you're saying.
taxes like? What is the taxes like? What are the tax deductions and the tax breaks and stuff like that? Are they the same?
Oh
no, there are
no,
none.
there are none. That's what I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I
So
mean, womp womp.
what?
Fuck you talking about?
Yeah. hmm What I'm suggesting is like as an LLC, as a business owner, you have a lot of options available to you. So like if I have a small business, 20 employees, right? I can choose to pay their taxes for them and pay them their wages. As an independent business owner, I have that right to do that. Now, I get what you're saying as opposed to the individual person who doesn't have as much say so in what happens in the business, but that goes more into what type of business you're putting your time into.
Once
We've been
again, you
putting
want to
our time into.
control people.
I don't want to control nobody.
That's what it sounds like to me.
No,
Rather
no,
than
no. I
someone
don't.
be
I don't have a
equal with
set
you.
wage. I don't have a set wage for how much I pay people. We discuss that shit. Because I can't control how much their household needs. I don't know. I don't know these things, so I have to discuss these things. I don't have, as a business owner, I only have control over certain things. You think that business owners have this unfettered control, but it's not like that. There are certain things that are within our control, and then there's certain things that are not within our control that we just don't control. Like I can't control how much the Texas state tax is. I can't control that. I can control how much of that my employees pay out. If I decide to say, as a business owner, I'm going to put up 5% with whatever you guys are paying on your taxes, so that they can maximize the benefits on the tax return. I can do that. But as a co-op, we would all have to agree to that. That means every single member would need to agree to those terms. And if every single member does not agree to those terms will not be met.
No, go ahead. Hold on. I'm sorry I keep making that noise. It's fucking mouse.
Yeah, dog, I'm like, man, what the fuck is that over there, man? Close all them porn tabs you got open, man.
Ah,
Jesus.
nah, it ain't that
Now that
serious.
nigga cord janky as hell.
I'm telling you, you can't get
Alright.
no charge over there.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean I get it. It's something we can do because it's just a sustainable approach to business, considering the economical impacts and activities on our culture and our environment, rather than making a buck. And that's the thing; it's more geared or oriented towards making sure the people around you is better taken care of than basically treating people like children and paying things for them and things of that nature. You empowering the people around you to be able to do the things
That's
on their
not
own,
true.
so the people
Taxes
around
is
them
something we all have to
that
deal with.
depend on them could look at them like they
How's
about
that
something.
treating somebody like a child if I'm offering to help them with their tax?
I mean, we gotta get away from the handout
Bro, who's
mentality.
offering?
We
Hold
gotta
on,
give
wait.
people
I'm
enough so
glad
they
you
can
said
stand
that.
alone.
Who's offering to help us with our tax? Who else is saying, hey, let me help you pay your tax? Show me.
I would, and plenty of people in this chat would, because nobody want a handout. We want to look strong. You know what I'm saying? That's
But
the thing.
people
Like
need help.
with the
No,
co-op, everybody's a
bro,
boss.
I don't do this shit by myself, bro. There's a whole nother human that helps me make decisions with this business, bro. I can't do this shit is hard to do by myself. I need help. That's that's just me being real on a personal level. But I'm talking about on an individual level, people need help. No one is just able to do everything that they want to do every single moment of the day. That's not how life works. People need help. There are whole organizations that put a goal together like, hey, let's go to the moon. Whole organization, it's not one individual motherfucker that says my calculations are going to get us there. No, it's an entire room full of people that come up with calculations so that that person can get this instrument from point A to point B. So when you say that, you're saying it as if the average business owner is just solely doing everything by themselves. That's not the case. I personally, I personally enjoy the fact that I have people that are willing to sacrifice their time to come and help me. So I try to give multiple incentives so that they continue to come back. I want them to benefit from working for me or with me because at the end of the day, I don't see myself as anyone's boss. I get down and I pick up refrigerators with them every single day. I don't, everything that they do, I do too.
And what I'm saying, you keep personalizing this like I'm attacking you. I'm not attacking you.
No, but when you make the
I'm
statements
attacking
that
the
you
people
make,
that
you're
don't
saying
even go to the office. They play golf all day while people
I
busting
don't
their ass
represent them.
and doing
And
all the work. And
and
these people
other
that's
people
going
don't represent
golfing
those
still
people.
make fucking 300 to 400
mean,
times
but you
as much
gotta
as the people
understand
that's doing
they
the work
just
make.
but you gotta understand they just didn't start playing golf. Like they worked their way up to a position where
Yeah,
they can play golf all day. Like they bust their ass in previous years to be able to sustain themselves, rise up on the rankings and say, now I can let my money, I can fund shit. So I don't
That's
have to be
not
the
what's happening.
laborer.
That is
That
nowhere
is what's
near
happening.
what's happening.
that,
These
For you
I,
to
niggas is
even
not
think it work
19,
like
20
that.
years old playing golf, bro. Like, y'all got to stop making the devil out of everything. Like, the nigga was 19, like 17 an intern, 18 an intern. Worked his way up from an entry level position. Probably has some type of experience. And then let's even put him on a pedestal and say their dad was in it. They
Fact, you
still
think
started off
that's
as
how?
an assistant manager or a manager or a supervisor and worked their way up. Niggas just ain't on the golf course just ruling the world, bro. Y'all got this Illuminati type of mind state, bro. That shit is wild.
No, what's wild is you think that these businesses run like your local KFC. These niggas
Why?
ain't going through none of what you talking about. They get the best schools. They getting put in Yale and Harvard. They got the generational wealth. They don't have to do nothing. They off the backs of their mommies and daddies. They don't go into no fucking little
That
jobs and work their way up.
that's
They
you're
in the dough
preaching.
with it.
You're preaching.
They
That had
take care
nothing
of
to do with
this.
it except for the
They
last
have
statement, and
everything.
they do work their way up. They do work their way up.
Suave, they don't fucking
Like
work their way
these
up. You
children
don't
of
even
these
deal with these
CEOs.
people.
Yeah, I mean that right there. I don't know what that information was for. What you was trying to set a precedence for, but like these rich people, their children are the worst. These people, their children are the worst. They don't like when you look, them the ones who say you have to do this, you have to do that to prove yourself. I don't want you to be spoiled. I don't want you to think everything is handed to you. Like, no, you're watching movies and documentaries from
yeah.
people who, like you said, don't
I
deal
think
with
you're
these people.
projecting, sir. I think you're watching documentaries and movies because I see the schools these people send their kids to. I see the
So,
advantages they have when
You
they go
see,
into a
you
business
see the benefits of
environment.
their life, and you see the benefits of their life. You see them playing golf, and that's all you need to know.
yes. So, T Duck, let me ask you this: if you had a million, if you had an extra $1 million, would you send your kid to a better school? If you knew that if your child goes to that better school, they'd have better opportunity to make more money?
Absolutely not. If I had an extra $1 million, I'll bring that shit back to the hood. That's the type of nature I got.
If
I ain't
you could
thinking about
send
my
your
kids.
kids to better
I'm thinking
schools, would you
about.
send?
Hold
Hold
on.
on,
Let
hold
me
on,
just
hold
say
on,
what
hold
I'm gonna
on,
say.
hold on. Before you start
Go ahead.
going off into that bullshit, if you could send your kids to a better school, would you?
If I could send my schools to a better school, would I? No. Not under the. Listen, he set a standard, so we not gonna get away from that because y'all didn't get what y'all wanted to hear. Nigga, I got comrades that had lost their lives, and I got motherfuckers in jail. I'm taking that mail to them motherfuckers, to their kids, so they could be like, look what y'all daddy got y'all. That's the hype
Yeah,
I
but
think on.
the question entailed on going to school, but
So you're
you
gonna
that's why,
bypass your children and go to
bro.
other
I hate
children
having
first.
those
My
conversations.
children straight. What are you talking
How?
about?
How are they straight? If what you're saying is if there's a better opportunity that presents itself for your child, you won't take it.
Hey, watch your mouth, melanated goddess. No, I'm saying like my kids straight. Like, why would not give the opportunity to people who ain't even got
If,
people?
if
We're
your
You know what I'm
asking
saying?
if
Y'all
you
always
could
thinking
send your
about money and
no.
trying to be
See, that's the
rich. Y'all not
bullshit.
looking at people need shit.
Stop those sentences right
stop
there.
it.
Stop wasting our fucking time. What I'm asking you is if you could do better for your kids, would you? As far as their education.
As far as schooling, yeah, I would do better. Of course, who wouldn't?
But
But
you
that
know you
wasn't what
just
was
said no.
proposed.
You
But you
know you
know,
My
just
nigga,
said
that
no.
wasn't what was proposed. I knew you was gonna do that
That
stupid
was
ass shit. What
that
he said,
was what
if
was
you had $1
proposed.
million
No, 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 no,
and
no.
you could
Hold
put
on.
your
See, look,
kids in
I
a better
know,
school,
and
would
you
you do
got
it?
lost,
For the million
and you
dollars? Nah, the $1 million
I know,
going
and
back to the
then
hood.
you lost focus of the fucking point and went into this
yeah,
thing about $1 million. That's why you
No,
got to
that's what he
keep it
said.
simple. Brandon Bay, you really got to keep it simple as shit with
I
these
know.
niggas, dog. You can't get them nothing else in the sentence. Would you
I
send
didn't.
your kids to a better school? The moment you add, they say fuck the point, $1 million. No, I'm gonna go to the hood, bro. The question is, he was just using $1 million just to take away all worries from you saying, well, I couldn't. No, would you send your kids to better schools? That's just the simple question. You said no, and then you turned around and said yeah.
You're right, Swap. I gave him a caveat. I gave him a caveat, but you gave him an
Yeah,
answer.
and they get distracted, bro. Like their attention span ain't long. And you put the $1 million first, so he didn't even hear the second part of the question.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah. He
He
Suave,
was already
Suave,
thinking
Suave,
about taking $1
Suave,
million to his
Suave.
head.
Right? No, no. Listen, y'all right, but listen, T-Duck, you just said something and you contradicted yourself. Don't y'all get mad at him. Y'all gotta listen to him. Sometimes just let him talk. You just said that these people have generational wealth, so they send their kids to school. I'm not gonna ask you to answer that because I know you won't. You're gonna be dishonest with me. They send them there. Why? Why, Suave? So they can continue the practice of generational wealth, so they can learn how to create wealth for themselves and their families, right? T Duck is complaining about that. But yet he just said two things that contradicts his entire stance. And this is not an insult, T Duck. You said you would not send your kids to a good school. Okay, why not send them to a good school where they can learn how to create generational wealth? Two, you said they asked you if you had all this money, what would you do? And you said you would put it in the hood. Okay, fine. But you're taking the opportunity to create generational wealth for yourself and giving it to a how can I say that? Giving it to the hood where they might not be able to build generational wealth, where their circumstances are still the same tomorrow, where yours have changed. You're saying immediately you're not giving it to your kids, you're not sending your kids to a good school. That doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. If you have a chance to break generational curses within your own family, that's the first thing you're supposed to sustain. This is not about my blackness. This is not about any of that. This is about generational wealth. And generational wealth can only be accrued within the generation of your family. You're supposed to always give your kids a better education. Stop trying to think everybody's trying to pigeonhole you into an argument and just listen for a second and listen to what you're saying. That don't make no sense. You're saying you wouldn't even give your children a chance to go to Yale, Harvard, Michigan. I would have loved to go to any one of those universities. I would have loved it.
MIT, man. Who wouldn't want to go there, bro?
Yeah, like, yo,
We'll
that
put
don't
down
make no
on that
sense.
right there because he been contradicting himself the whole time. I just got on here and I hear him contradicting himself so many
Yeah, I'm
times.
like, yo, T-Dug, chill, bro. And y'all know what he really pushing? When he talking about that co-op stuff, he trying to push that social, he trying to push a socialistic structure. That's what he really trying to push. I can hear it in there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's a boss. No, it's only one boss, and that's the boss. If I started the business, I'm the boss. Yes, we'll take democratic principles and apply them to our business, and we'll work together, but it's only one boss. That's the way that we do things today. That is the way of antiquity, and that's the way it's going to continue to be. Not no
His
co-op.
problem is he always try to push a narrative like he know everything instead of actually asking for information as well. That's
Yeah.
his biggest weak point.
Yeah, no damn co-op. Brandon Bay is right. You start an LLC, limited liability company, and let's keep it moving. Shit.
Hey, Chris,
What's up?
wouldn't you benefit if you start an LLC in your house and you're able to fucking hire your son? Don't your household benefit more as far as revenue?
Well, because we own a chain of car washes back at home, I could tell you, yes, we do. Because I remember coming home back in the 10th grade with $600 a week in my pocket. So I knew I had advantages over other kids in my school. When I'm coming in there every day on Friday, fresh to death, with a Probe GT, spoiled,
Oh yeah, the
rotten.
probe joint, yo.
Yeah, I had a red Probe GT, man. You know
Hey,
what I'm
I like
saying?
them.
I've been in a sports car motorcycle combo since I've been in the 10th grade. But hey, that's neither here nor there. But what I'm trying to tell you is I can tell you from experience that I benefited. I had certain benefits that other kids didn't. When my friends used to come over to my crib and say, damn, Chris, I've been there. I know it. And some of them that grew up in my grandmother's neighborhood are more successful than I am. So, yes, I do agree. You don't need to go to Yale or Harvard to become successful, but that shit helps. Because going to Detroit Renaissance, which was an academic high school, versus going to a Detroit Cooley, let me tell you, your chances are greater.
And I mean, what's success? Like, if you come
I
from
agree.
a household that has less than $40,000 a year income, and then you make it to $50,000
There
a
you
year
go.
income, that's success. Then
It's
if the
how you
next
measure it.
generation,
Correct. I agree.
yeah, if the next generation come from the $50,000 income house to a 35,000, is that success
Yeah.
or was that failure?
Right. It's really about asking the correct questions because I don't want any T-Duck to think that we were chasing them off here. That's not what we're trying to do.
Oh
But
no,
some
no, I
questions.
didn't get chased off the
Okay, you
dog.
still
No,
here.
go ahead.
What I would like to ask you is what principles are you basing your business model on?
What principles?
Yeah, what principles?
Morality, equity, and labor.
Deepak Chopra.
Okay, what type of morality? I said principles. Morality falls within the scope of principles. What type of morality?
I just said it.
That's
Looking
very
at the labor.
broad. That's very vague.
I said labor. You focusing in on, but I said three things.
Okay, how about we work on entrepreneurship first?
Mm.
How
The
about we
people
start
have to.
small? How about we start small before we start thinking so big?
The labor is the biggest proponent
How
of it.
about we start thinking small instead of jumping so big? That's what the gentleman just said. You're coming from a position as if you know it all. Dave
No,
Thomas,
I'm
the
not.
founder of Wendy's, hold on. Dave Thomas, the founder of Wendy's, went bankrupt over 1,000 times before Wendy's took off.
Mm.
Look at Amazon. It started in the garage, and nobody thought he would succeed. Most ideas that blow up, they start off very small. Puffy, look at Puff Daddy. You know how he started selling Notorious Big and Craig Mack albums out of a Big Mac box. Everybody laughed at him. He put it in the
But
Big Mac box,
it worked.
and it worked.
Nah, I still wouldn't call that small.
But he started off very small with his
Yeah.
idea. The idea was big, but only he thought it was big. Everybody else thought it was small. So, like I said, it's based upon interpretation. I get you on that, Suave. I ain't arguing that.
What's
But
up, my
bad boy
brother?
blew up.
Suave Balls, Gold Mine, Brandon
What's
Bay was
good
good.
with
So
it?
wicked. Salute to you, brother.
Come on, man. You got to
Wicked.
stop
Yeah.
trying to think on the term of we can't do it this way. Black people can't be this. Black people can't be that. I hear that too much up out of you.
Not really. You don't hear that at all. Perseverance is key.
So you think that we could be co-ops, but we can't be business owners?
That's oxymoronic because if you are in a
Silence.
co-op, you are a business owner.
This is silence for me. What do you mean?
You're an employer, not an employee.
How are you an employer? So you're saying the individual employee has the right to hire people without
Hell
anyone's
no.
permission?
Hell no.
Oh,
There is no employee to speak of. Everybody's an employer. Everybody has a stake.
That don't mean you're an employer, bro.
you just are a shareholder,
Leave it to
man.
Suave.
What's he talking about?
That's a shareholder. That's not employer.
Man.
Oh yeah, T Duck. I
Please read Mom's
passionately want to
Dragon.
have this conversation with you, only because like this is a conversation that really needs to be had in our community.
Just
Not
because y'all
as an
agree
argument.
don't make it right. It's comical, but I swear. Just
I'm
read
not saying
Mom's
that it's
Dragon,
right.
I
man.
mean, just prove it. How are you holding shares in a company, making you the owner of the company and the employer?
Do you understand who makes the decisions in
I'm
y'all model?
asking you to explain it, not start off with if you
That's what I was
understand.
doing. Do you
No, you said
understand?
if you
Go
started
ahead.
off with if
You
you
start off with a
understand.
question. Yeah.
If you
We don't
understand,
understand. Explain it.
if you understand that the people who make decisions in a regular LLC or whatever business model are the people who hold shares, stakeholders. They don't have to be employees. They don't have to be the employer. They have the ability to
What?
vote and put people in places and collect dividends and revenue off the money they
But you know the
put
question at hand is
into
how is
the
you being a
stock.
stockholder make you an employer? That was the question
Yeah,
at hand.
that was the question.
And one of your comments was you don't have to be an employer.
In a co op, there are no employees. Everybody is an owner by definition.
What?
So, and also, they are able to make decisions because you have stake in that business. That is why.
How does that make you an employer, sir? Do you know what an employer
No, no,
is
no. Yes,
versus a
T Duck.
stockholder?
Hold on, T Duck. I don't think you hear what they're saying. I'm gonna give you.
Yeah.
An example. The Dallas Cowboys are owned by Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones owns the team, the logo, the merchandise, and the players. He pays them a salary. He is the owner and employer of that team. Nobody can tell him what to do. The Green Bay Packers are a public owned company. Therefore, if a player says, hey, I'm sitting out and I ain't taking no vaccine, nobody can make them do it because they are publicly owned and the public owns shares and stocks in the company. Do you get it? Then you have what you call a majority holding in companies, and you have minority shares in a company. People that are minority shares, they make an investment in the company, and they own a minority interest in the company, which means they get some type of putback. I'm sorry, they get some type of kickback after it begins to appreciate, such as when Nelly owned the Charlotte Bobcats. He was a minority owner in it. He invested X amount of dollars in it and he got kickback. He can't tell the players what to do because there was a majority owner. He just invested a minority share. People who take public shares, or that is just stock. So you have to be more clear, is what Suave is trying to get you to say. He just beating you up. I don't know why he keep doing that. I don't know what he getting out of that, but it's Suave being Suave at this point. You gotta clarify your statement. That's what I'm asking you to do. You have majority and minority, all right? And then you have owners. An owner is the employer. So you're not being clear with these things. And that's what happens
I
when you come on these type of panels and you present this type of
know
information without knowing all the ins and outs of it.
you don't understand what you're talking about. And he doesn't understand what I'm talking about. That is the problem.
To help us
When you
all
No,
have
when
a
understand
everything you
what
co-op,
we're
just said
talking
made more
about.
sense
everybody
than what the
is an
hell you saying.
employer. There are no employees.
I'm not an economist and I don't claim to be one. But the little bit of information I do know on this, I know you're wrong on what you're saying. I
No,
don't
you
think
think
you're
I'm
fully,
wrong
hold
because
on.
I'm
No, I
mean,
don't.
but I'm
No, I
trying to
don't.
be serious with
No, I don't.
you, and
No,
you just can't grasp it.
no. And that's an ad hominem attack. No.
Yeah,
That's not an ad
that
hominem.
never proves anything. Saying the other person don't understand what you're saying
We can watch a
only means you're
video.
not saying it.
We
I
can
don't
watch a
watch the
video
video. I'm
that
not watching the
explains
video.
that.
That's an appeal to authority at this point. Show me your understanding on it.
I'm explaining it to you. You're not grasping it.
Okay,
That's
and they're
not
telling
my
you you're not
intention.
being very clear with it. You're just coming with all these different definitions and big words and not fully giving it its proper function. That's what they're saying. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm very
He
well.
keep
Okay.
coming with damn hamster wheel tactics, man. Don't sound like shit, bro.
I like that hamster wheel tactics. I will be using that in one of my
Yeah,
debates.
I like
So
that too.
thank you very much.
I'm sorry, it's just not coming across. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, somebody tried that
Yeah,
shit.
I don't
that's
know how
why
to
it's not coming across.
employees.
Let me
And
Those
get
two
let me get back to
things
work,
are
guys.
very
Thanks for letting me
important.
on, Suave. I'm out, bro.
Ain't no thing. Because you don't know what to say. Them
it's
things
not
not
that I don't know
coming
what
up.
to say. He's made it blatantly
You
clear
just
he
said
don't
you don't know
know.
what to say.
He just said he doesn't trust my
You
information.
just said I don't know what to say. It's not coming
No,
across
he said he
clear.
don't trust my information. He doesn't know. He said that several times. He really doesn't know about economics, but it's T-Duck, so it can't be right.
Hell nah. He said what little he know about the economics. He already know
Who
you on
computer keep
bullshit.
going off like that?
That's what he said.
Yeah, 1 second. Hold on. Let me start it up.
Nah, get on the phone right now. Queen Cascade in the building. Peace, sis.
Hey, peace. Peace to you, sister.
Start it up. Nah, get on the phone right
Peace,
now.
King.
Queen
Hey, good
Cascade.
evening, everybody on the
Good
panel.
evening. Good
Hey, good
evening.
evening, chat. Can you hear me?
Peace to you, sister.
Yes, we
I don't let her find on YouTube. Think on YouTube. Yeah, nah, great debate. Just bring clarity, man. That's it. That's all a nigga asking.
So, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I hope everything's going okay with Katrina
All a
and her
nigga asking.
recovery.
Oh yeah, they
My
getting
thoughts.
her up, trying to walk her around, trying to discharge her soon as possible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Listen, I want to have a conversation with you, and I don't mind Gold, and I don't mind Code Wicked jumping in because obviously there's been a lot of things going on, and I'm trying to understand.
Mhm.
Are you cool with this?
Yeah.
Okay. I was confused the other night when Solar jumped on. Yeah, I thought that maybe he was coming to address and heard what I'd said in regards to some things that I had some concerns about in regards to questions that were asked in the shuttlebug. But then when he came on, he was talking about stealing. Now, if you look back at the situation, because people come in at different times, so you don't know what they see. Yeah. Solar was in and out 3 times. Within the conversation, like at the first 2 times he was talking, I had no idea what he was talking about when he was talking about stealing. And then when he was asking about the yes or no question, it felt like he was leading to somewhere else. So I wanted context. Now, let me say this because Sister QI, if you're listening, I love you dearly. I understand what you were trying to do the other night, but it didn't work. And I understand why it didn't work. You were trying to mediate the situation. And what some people don't understand is QI has ADHD. And with everybody's spectrum with ADHD is different. There's a spectrum when it comes to, people's disabilities and things like that. So I understand why she interrupts at certain times because sometimes she's forgotten to say certain things and then her brain fires off and she jumps in and it's not intended. It happens. So I give leeway to her. The connection was the night. So it was like there was one point where I was trying to get QI to stand down because I wanted to have the conversation with Solar. I didn't want anybody else answering for Solar. Solar is a grown ass man. I wanted to comprehend what he was talking about. Now, there's been different things going on in the space. So when he was talking about stealing, like I said, I had no idea what he was talking about. Like, is this in regards to somebody stealing his idea? I'm
No,
aware of it.
Taz streamed the Moonflower debate on his channel.
Okay. After Solar came back the third time and explained it, I was still a bit confused. Now, hear me out about why I'm confused. Yeah, I'm not a content creator in the way that other people are content creators on this platform. Yeah, my entrance into YouTube is different to everybody else's. Everybody else has had their own journey with YouTube. I don't know all the rules when it comes to YouTube. Now, for the time that I've been around the Argument League and like this part of YouTube, and even like when it comes to people who do commentary or reviews on what do you call it, reality TV, yeah. So, say for example, I come here. Yeah, sometimes you guys are like the other day you're talking about flat earth. You guys are pulling up information, you're pulling up videos off YouTube, you're pulling up streams off other people's streams, and those things are being played, yeah, as well as like when I've gone to other people's channel, they're streaming Solar's Division SVDL. I've been on here, and sometimes we haven't gone over to SVDL. Sometimes you've played battle rap situations, and I've been here with you guys and watched those things. So I'm confused because everybody seems to be doing commentary and responses to other people's videos. Other people are streaming other people's lives and doing live commentary. So I'm confused about how that is stealing when everybody's doing it. When I come over here and we're showing other information off YouTube, when we're streaming and showing, like I was showing, I'm not sure if it was Wicked or who it was that was showing the light patterns and the slow-mo stuff to show him that, you know, the atmosphere is circular, it's not straight like you guys think. That's somebody else's stream. So I'm confused where the stealing comes in.
The stealing come in from Taz live stream, Solar's live debate. That's stealing.
Okay.
That's stealing. Us going researching, pulling stuff up, even other people going pulling up the debate saying, look, that's cool, but live streaming it while it's live streaming and attacking the league, attacking the judges, attacking Solar, discrediting the league while advertising his own league. Like, it just need to be a separation. Go over there, do your thing. Let us do our thing. Detach. There's no reason to sit up here and constantly harass the league, constantly judge the league, critique the league, and then, you know, like how your own bag, like, I don't see the thing in it. It's not making the league better. It's discouraging people from watching the league while live streaming the league. There's some things that need to be talked about and cleared up. That's just it. That's very offensive to Solar, and he not fucking with that.
Okay.
It's simple as that. Yeah.
So now I understand that clearly. At the time, remember something, I've come over here, yeah. I've asked people what their rules are. I'm having to learn as I go every day when I come here because nobody's bothered to send me the rules. You guys invited me to join the league. I was initially interested, but I said I wanted to understand the dynamics, the rules, and everything else. I gave my email address. Unless it's in the spam, I ain't seen an email with what the rules are in regards to the league. Do you get what I mean? So it causes
Oh
a lot.
yeah, I haven't heard you ask for him once, but I'll definitely email you the rubric if you still want it, because that's all we have. We have a rubric, and yeah, we got a rubric. So the rubric tells you, you know, the format of the league, the judges format, you know, how the voting goes, you know, wooty wooty woo. Man, so I definitely could get that to you. I haven't heard nobody ask for that specifically.
I've asked a number of times in the
Oh, I
past.
believe you. I believe
You
you.
get what I
I just
mean?
ain't never heard.
Just like when I've wanted to sort of donate, I've been asking for months, what's the PayPal? What's the PayPal? What's the PayPal?
The Cash App is at the bottom of the screen, rotating every day.
No, I
Solar
understand that.
Mine,
Everybody's got their
dollar
own.
sign, dollar
Hold on
sign,
a
Solar
second.
Mine.
Everybody's got
Yeah.
their own. Some people do the super chats. Some people do Cash App. Some people do PayPal. Cash App doesn't exactly work the same way it works in the US as it works here. You get what I mean?
Oh,
I know people like
absolutely.
to send super chats, but somebody was explaining something about the fact that YouTube take a percentage. So
Yeah, they
I'd
take like
rather
30%,
send the
33 something.
PayPal so that you get as much of it as possible. Do you get what I mean? Rather than YouTube still
Absolutely.
taking shit. But
Oh no, I don't know if you was asking about over here, over there, but I saw that when it was a couple people. I'm guessing it was you and somebody else that was like, can't use Cash App. I had put uh Sister Katrina's PayPal in there. I don't have a PayPal, but I
okay.
had put Sister Katrina's PayPal in there at that time when they was asking for that. I didn't know if they noticed it, but I did point that out. I could add that to the scroll at the bottom of the screen. I thank you for bringing that to my attention because you know I'm just not thinking about that. Like, okay, some people can't use Cash App because I just got into the business of giving a fuck about the Cash App anyway. But I'll definitely put the
Oh, this is cute.
PayPal information up there. Yeah, I just didn't you know just being inexperienced. So I apologize about that.
No,
And
no,
I
no. It's okay because like when we're posting messages and stuff, do you get what I mean? I don't know what people see from what people don't see. Do you get what I mean? So I understand if you never saw the messages, it happens. But just do me a favor, when you've got a minute, just put that in the back chat.
okay, absolutely.
So now I understand better what the thing is with the live streaming because at the time I wasn't concentrating on all the messages that were going on when that situation happened. Do you get what I'm saying? I saw Taz talking about the fact that he was gonna stream it. I was into other chats, modding in between, and when I came back, everybody was talking about going over, so I went over. Now, what people don't understand is there's trolls running around here at present, using my icon, using my name, going into other people's platforms and causing trouble. So when it came to the whole thing with SVDL, I've been over there. Do you get what I mean? What people don't understand about me is, okay, say for example, I don't fully understand the what do you call it? The monitor. Sorry, dyslexic moment.
Monetization. Because
Yeah, I don't
Monetization.
understand all that because I'm still learning about all this stuff. But I understand that in oh god, the hours that the you're playing the stream and the clicks and the likes help boost you guys in the algorithm. So with every stream that happens, I'm not always around. Like there's been different things going on with family and different stuff. So sometimes I'm in one part of YouTube, sometimes I'm over here. And what I like to do in terms of supporting people is sometimes I'm not able to watch the live. But say, for example, now I'm here on my laptop talking to you guys, but my tablet's in the kitchen playing somebody else's stream with the sound down so that they've got that support and they can get boosted. But I don't always have time to sit and listen to everybody's stream with everything that's going on. Do you get what I'm saying?
absolutely, yeah, I do it myself.
So there's the assumption with certain things that I'm always here. Sometimes I'm in the chat and then I'll pop out. Sometimes, like, I've got a copy and paste in my notes. So I'll put smash like, support, what's it call it? So some people
Mhm.
assume that I'm in the chat when I'm not really in the chat. Sometimes I'm doing things with my children. Sometimes I'm washing up, multitasking when we're having these lives. Do you get what I'm saying? So not always is my full concentration on everything that's going on a live. Sometimes I'll just put the support message and then I'll go back to what I'm doing, whether it's homework with my kids or whatever. Sometimes I sit here chilling in the cut, listening to some of the things that you guys say. Sometimes you spark inspiration or there'll be a topic that I'm not really aware of and I want to go and do some research and I'll mute myself out and lower down the sound on the stream and I'll go off and research whatever it is that I'm researching. Do you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
So like in regards to everything else that's going on, obviously I'd like to have a conversation with Solar about it because with this troll running around, I've gone over to SVDL, yeah, Even the other night when Solar had the stream, I had the stream on my tablet, his stream. I had the other stream through Taz on my laptop. I tried to go and support. Yeah, I put messages in the chat and they were getting blocked. I was getting deleted. So I was like, fuck this shit then. I'm just like, if that's how people are going to be, that's how people are going to be. People are not going to give me a chance to talk. If I'm cheering on Moonflower, do you get what I mean? Yet still, everybody's throwing venom. And T-Duck's sitting there talking about I'm grooming Moonflower and some other bullshit that people were saying. So I'm like, you know what? I'll leave the stream on in the kitchen, turn it down, and I'll go back and watch it on via Taz's platform because I'm not dealing with half of the bullshit that's going on in the chat. What is wrong with cheering on Moonflower for doing what she's doing? Do you get what I'm saying? So I understand that there's certain people that are aware that this troll is running around doing dumb stuff. But then I'm also aware that not everybody else that's over there is aware of this situation. So when I come into certain chats, because this troll's been running around doing dumb shit, people are looking at me sideways for whatever that person has done. So say, for example, there was a stream like right now, I don't know what Sister Nandy's issue is. Yeah, I subscribe to her what's it call it? Her page. Yeah. Sometimes I like there's others of you that I support in terms of I'll play your stream on something else and leave it running so that you can get the like, you can get the click, and that helps boost you guys and you can make money off it. Do you get what I mean? I left the chat, I left the thing running. I was doing some homework with the kids. I came back, I turned it up to listen to a little bit was what was going on. And then I saw my name highlighted. I looked down at the chat thinking somebody's probably asking me a question, but I hadn't been around for how long. And then I'm seeing my name, my icon, and somebody's making comments and going after Lance in the chat. I put a message in Nandy's comment section to say, you've got this person wrenched up that's pretending to be me, but that's not me. There's a new feature. I don't know whether everybody's got it, but you can, when mods, I think it's mods that have the ability to do it, you can press on the drop down menu, and when it comes up timer, delete, there's another section that says go to channel. If you click on it, you will see whether it's my channel or not. If it's the troll, it comes up like there's nothing there, nobody's subscribed, it's got my icon, it's got no information. Do you get what I mean? But on my channel, I've got stuff on there. So it's like I'm going around and I'm having to deal with these different situations because of this troll, as well as like there's some bullshit going on in terms of trying to throw me into different boxes when people have asked me questions. If you've asked me questions and I want to answer the question, then I'll answer the question. Some of you guys have wanted to understand about different things that are going on in the sector because you don't really understand. And there's certain words that have been used. And some of you don't watch those streams because they're women's streams. But then people take that information and go and twist it and go and make it out to be a completely different narrative than I or other women that have been around me are saying.
Yeah.
I'm over the bullshit. And then to come into here today, the wrench is gone. Like people are doing stupid, dodgy things behind the scene. And it's like I'm walking into situations where I don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, I don't know who took the wrenches and shit. I did have to take some managers yesterday. Shit just, not where I fuck around at. That's why I like to have y'all wrenched up because we do have known trolls who copy people avatars. It's been happening since I got on YouTube. You usually could tell if you look at it real good because it's usually like a copy picture, so it's kind of furrier, not as high graphed as the original. But yeah, some people just don't look, and they have added that feature back. Go to somebody's YouTube page. And usually when I see somebody say something and it's kind of like in conflict with what I know they usually do, I pay attention to that, you know, but I really don't got to do that no more because all of y'all are wrenched up. But yes, Born is, and he's one of the SVDL haters. He is making copies of people's accounts and going into other chat rooms and starting shit because I actually saw him on one of the haters' channels bragging about it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just some wicked ass, hoe ass, bored ass, non-creative, hating ass, divisive, lonely people, you know, in this world. So I'm sorry we got to compensate for them on top of the real concerns that we actually do have and need to address. You know, it just compounds it, especially when everybody ain't got the patience at the time to, you know, crawl and sift through all the details before they react. You know, so yeah, it's an experience I feel like we all need to, you know what I'm saying, deal with. It's just some bullshit. I wish I had an easier answer to it. But
I get
simply,
you, but obviously I'm
yeah,
explaining because Solar's made the assumption that I've gone over there on some hater type stuff. It wasn't about that. I want to go and support Moonflower and the other debaters. But if people are timing me out and don't give me a chance to speak and are deleting me because of whatever their resentment or issue is with me, then
uh,
how am I supposed to really support you guys apart from playing the stream in the other room because you won't give me the opportunity to be there? Do you get what I mean? And then if I don't want
absolutely.
to be there because people are saying ridiculous things about me and trying to discredit Moonflower, then I don't have to be there. Do you get what I mean? But at the same time,
Absolutely.
me going over to Taz wasn't about stepping in the middle of whatever they've got going on. Do you get what I'm saying? Because they're back and forth. Like sometimes I'm like modding and Solar's in the other chat, but I'm not concentrating on what Solar and Taz are doing in their conversation. Sometimes I'm talking to other ladies. Sometimes I'm not even really concentrating on everything that's going on. Like people forget that as much as this is an avatar and we're talking on YouTube, you don't know what's going on behind the camera, whether I'm cooking, whether I'm cleaning, whether I'm doing something else. And people make so many assumptions and judgments, as well as this whole bullshit about me being a plant from B.O.S. Like, some of you have got so much imagination that you should write a book or a film.
Yeah,
Like
who
the
said that?
energy, huh?
Who said that?
Like people are talking about the fact that I've been planted here by B.O.S and shit, and that allegiances
Just
and
random
loyalties.
people or somebody of significance?
Pardon?
Just random people or somebody of significance?
Like I don't know if that person's significant or those people are not, because people know people from different um um people know people in different ways, and I don't know all the people that are in SVDL. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my name's popping up in other people's streams. I ain't watched Nandy's stream. My name's in a stream calling me a plant and whatever. I'm not giving it any more energy. I was about supporting sisters,
Oh,
even if I didn't
Nandy.
agree
Okay,
with
okay,
them.
okay.
Not just Nandy, other people have been doing streams and doing stuff and making out like I'm here to destroy the league. Like some of us have come over to destroy the league. And I'm like, the time, the planning, and all the shit that takes, I ain't got time for that. I'd rather go and use my
Yeah.
energy for something positive. So those that have got it in their head that I'm here planted and whatever by B.O.S have got it wrong. And just because I rock with Nyla and Taz and B.O.S, like, some of you have got so much assumptions and want to define me and put me in a box just to make me look like what you want me to look like. And I'm not down with that. I'm multi-layered. I'm complex. I've got different hobbies and interests. I go to different platforms for different reasons. There's platforms
Mm-hmm.
that I deal with that are around Black love and the Black family and building that part. There's other parts that I deal with in terms of children. I do photography and art. I watch all sorts of things. So I'm around different platforms for different reasons. But the way that people are trying to make out like I'm some informant or I'm some plant to go back or try to destroy SVDL and trying to like ruin my reputation just for shits and giggles is not on.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. Like I said, man, I support y'all. I don't support everybody's actions. And I'm not in agreement with Nandy and how she's handling the situation with Moonflower and the rest of the women. Now, I know that when Nandy first got over here, she started being called Mammy. She started getting drugged. People didn't have no love for her. They was very disrespectful to her. Now, I'm not here to tell Nandy overlook that and none of that shit. I'm not here to judge women as a whole and say, well, women don't let shit go. They're very vengeful. Um, all I could do is, separate myself from it. That's just it. I give Moonflower the manager because she's a peer. She expresses what she want to express on the channel. Um, Other people have the same privilege of getting a manager and doing a live. I don't care if you go live while I'm live. I don't care if you go live and dissect the information and say Suave is wrong. I just don't. I move like that. As far as I see, I'm the only person that moves like that. Everybody else has, because they're invested. Whether you're a channel owner, content creator, debate league owner, they can't move like that. So um, that conflicts, and we have to handle that as healthy as possible. Now, my first concern, once the conversation start, are people mental health. If it's stressing you out, I'm not mad at you if you don't fuck with us. I'm not. I know that it's seasons and reasons. People will come and they'll go and this, that, and the other. I just don't like the hate, the destruction. That's it. I'm not here to destroy nobody. Taz, Solar, Moonflower, Nandy. That's not what I'm here to do. And when people seem to take on that role, then I mean, what do you expect? You got people, because like this chat is very interactive. They're very engaging.
Mm-hmm.
So so now y'all not just chatting, you are panelists now. You know what I'm saying? Like you get up here and you offset things that other panelists say. So that's different than just being in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I'm like I say, I'm promoting you because you're on my panel and okay, go ahead, the floor is yours. You know? So I just I want everybody to protect their health, their mental health, their psychological health, everything. I want people to enjoy debate league. I want
Mm-hmm.
this channel to complement the debate league and give people more of what they don't get in that 2 hour debate. People love the debates, and then it's like it's over with. I don't watch TV. I would like to have channels lined up so we could boom, 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 boom. And
Mm-hmm.
the argument league was one of them things. That's why we do the 12-hour streams.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I don't control SVDL,
Mm-hmm.
and this chat right here is not controlled by the judges of SVDL.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? I'm
Mm.
not I'm not speaking um against or for. I'm only telling you how I rock. And I
Mm-mm.
let people say what they want in the chat because it's the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I let people get down in the chat. And if
Mm-hmm.
they get into it with somebody and they going back and forth, I'm
Mm-hmm.
cool because you can always block that person.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be in a conversation with somebody you don't want to be in. But
Mm-hmm.
it's not block them, it's yo Suave. Look at so and so in the chat saying this.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So now it's like get rid of them or get them a wrench to protect them from the other people that outnumber them because they got an opposite opinion. Like, of
Mm-hmm.
course, if somebody just being disrespectful and this man, y'all mammies, y'all fembots, yeah, I'm gonna get them up out of here because I don't like that motherfucking shit over here. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as the other shit, I let motherfuckers rock. But this is an open panel. When we're talking about a debate,
Mm-hmm.
the debate has to have a certain chat to it. And if people are over there not even focusing on the debate, just there to argue their point with other people,
Mm-hmm.
that's not contributing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's destroying the league, having people saying, well, you know what? Now Half these people ain't fucking with the league no more because somebody said something in the chat didn't get blocked.
Mm-hmm.
So when people start getting blocked,
Mm-hmm.
people start complaining.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it don't matter what happens if you let the people dictate it. There's gonna argue at every step. I've been at this since 4 years. This
Mm-hmm.
debate league is not Solar saying, I want this, I want that, I want this. It's us coming to him saying, well, this kind of fucked up. He said, well, what y'all want to do about it? And then we change it. And then next year we complain about the change.
Mm-hmm.
And then he changes it back. And then somebody complains about the change. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, now it's getting to a point where the heads of the league and the judges, the peers, the player rep, the commission, they just got to do what they got to do. It's gonna make some people uncomfortable. It's gonna hurt some people's feelings, but we cannot quit. We cannot quit. We cannot let this be destroyed or deteriorated, especially with people purposely trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The commissioner building. Shout out to you. Solar, the floor is yours.
Shout out to Suave BZ. Yeah, I just came on the yeah, we about to go bring Strap on for
I
an
knew
interview.
that's who he was talking about. He gonna tell somebody, Domo, somebody got an interview tomorrow. Tune in. I'm like him. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Okay.
Strap's return. So yeah, we about
Oh
to get
shit.
busy on the interview. But you all good, Suave BZ? Everything's good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah.
All
Now,
right, all right.
I was just confused because when I looked at the calendar, I saw Black Sun and them scheduled for Saturday, and I was scheduled for Sunday, and then today is
Yeah, I
Saturday.
pushed one up. They asked it. Brother Moses asked to push um the beat up. No, Blackson actually asked to push the beat up to Friday since Yanga wasn't debating. So I was like, cool. But I talked to TKO after you texted me earlier, and
Yeah.
yeah, he's already
Okay.
his premise is kind of late, but yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, he said he's all set.
Okay. Well, I'll send in one just so he could have one. I didn't think he was gonna send one in.
Yeah. I told him it's kind of late, but definitely make sure you do that as soon as possible. So,
Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna shoot you one so you can shoot it to him just so we can get back. Yeah, Queen Cascade has concerns. I know she wanted to talk to you. I don't know if you want to take that opportunity to do that. I think I just pretty much talked to her about it. But yeah, I don't want no loose ends. I want to get this over with so we could get back to debating.
I really have nothing to say to her.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, just wanted to get an opportunity.
I'm
Fine. Do you want me
um
to walk, leaving?
I'm gonna go to contact Strap, and then we'll be live in a few minutes.
Okay, in the 12 o'clock hour.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, that's hard. That's hard.
All
Shout
right,
out to the
peace.
commission, man. Shout out to Strat for coming back to the league. We definitely on it. We definitely on it. No, let's be honest, respectfully. Like I say, when anybody come over here, I let them say whatever they want, respectfully. It's just not like why are you having people in the chat saying, fuck this league, fuck this channel. You know what I'm saying? This some bullshit. So I mean, at no point, man, are we gonna have that. So I just gotta be honest. You know, we've been well, I've been calling myself doing some type of a job with dealing with everything in a manner in which it gets the attention that each individual will want to. You know, but that this is a very unique space. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm gonna just try to keep that energy and patience to keep doing it. You understand what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
I say, man, y'all health is very important. I don't want to be that person in y'all life. That's not my relationship to none of y'all. For y'all
Mm.
to have ill feelings toward me and be mad at this, that, and the other. Like,
Listen, Swab, I don't have ill feelings towards you. You've done nothing to upset me. And if there's anything that I've had an issue with, me and you've been able to talk about it. Do you get what I mean? But
yeah, absolutely.
I've said to people over here, I'm cool with just chilling. Do you get what I mean? But then when people are
Absolutely.
coming at me with attitude and disrespect and want to call me out my name and want to call me a prostitute and want to call me an escort and all those kind of bullshit, don't be surprised when you get the clap back. Do you get what I'm saying? There's some people
Absolutely.
that don't want to give me space, want to be all up in my you know already, Suave. I've said to
Mm-hmm.
people, back off, give me some space. I'm not interested. And they keep like they're in my face all the time and won't leave me alone. So it's like, if you're gonna do that, don't be surprised when you poke the bear and it decides to bite your hand. Do you get what I mean? If
Absolutely.
you're gonna keep coming after me with certain things, like
Uh-huh.
sometimes it's difficult because sometimes you don't know whether it's the best thing to just walk away and leave the situation or address it. Do you get what I mean? And sometimes
Yeah.
it's the balancing act of weighing that up. So if people are going to come at me a certain way with the way that they're dealing with me over things, and then they want to
Mm-hmm.
go and spread gossip and rumor through other channels and not really come back and have the conversation with me and just deal with whatever their perception is, then you get what you get. Like we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
sit here and chill and talk. Do you get what I mean? But everybody's relationships with other people are different because of the different situations that have gone on. And I
yeah.
deal with
Mm-hmm.
certain people a certain way because their level of disrespect towards me. If you come in here calling me bitches and hoes and tell me to bend over and twerk and clap, like you're expecting me to bend over like a stripper,
Yeah.
and you're calling me a bitch, then I'm gonna give you that same energy back. You brought that energy to me. I didn't start walking around calling people bitches and start until people started calling me bitches, hoes, bed wenches, escorts, and everything else.
Absolutely. No, I appreciate it. I mean, last remark on that, and I want to get to Jasmine. Things that happen on other panels, try to handle them on that channel because that person allowed that person to do that. When people come over here and say stupid shit, we check them. We don't sit back and just laugh and indulge in, tearing people down like that, male or female. Now we'll call motherfuckers stupid, all that information, this, that, and the other, woo, 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 woo. But all that grimy personal shit, yeah, I don't. This not the environment for that. I don't build a platform for that. So, I don't watch every other panel, so I don't know what everybody say. So when they come over here and people say, "Up, it's my opportunity to get their ass," just know what you're doing to me. And so if I react a certain way, I have to apologize ahead of hand. But I can't. These not my children. These not my children. I made an obligation to uh, give priority to the peers, and
Mm-hmm.
some of these people that we got problems with are peers. So I still respect they that priority, that obligation to them. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
you will see if you become a peer, you get the same obligation. Jasmine, shout out to you. Peace. The floor is yours. What's on your mind, sir? Dorothy's daughter,
Oh,
Jasmine. You there?
how'd you know it was me? Oh, how'd you know it was me? Peace to the
Okay,
God.
yeah. What?
I'm
Peace
sitting
to
here.
you. Go ahead.
I'm sitting here trying to hide my face from my husband about Amazon. Y'all don't see me.
I hear you.
No, babe, I don't. Um, what? Melanated God is there. We need to do our battle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
We do
roll
need to
up.
schedule that battle. We need to schedule that battle. We need to schedule these verses because
Mm-hmm.
I freestyled the first one. I can't keep freestyling them. We finna go live with an interview for a new debater. I
Okay.
think y'all
Okay.
gonna
Shout out
enjoy
to
this
Miss
one.
Later.
Yeah,
Shout
this
out.
is actually Strap. He returning from season one. I believe season one, season two. No, I think it was season one. And he's been a judge, to my knowledge, even though I keep forgetting, he's been a judge. So now he's coming back to the pure side of things. So we're gonna get it in. But yeah,
Oh,
Jasmine Melanated Goddess. If y'all wanna do because I don't think we got no debate tonight. Yeah. So if y'all want to
Don't
do
you
that
debate
versus
tonight?
tonight, no, I debate tomorrow. I thought I was debating tonight because the debate for today got pushed up a day. So then I knew I was debating the day after them, but I didn't know they pushed it up a day. So I'm like, damn, I'm debating today. And then I look and it's Saturday, and I usually set my debates up on Saturday. but now it's on a Sunday. So yeah, that's what it is. So shout out to y'all, man. And yeah, we could get a time 9 o'clock on that versus if y'all ready. I know Moonflower and oh wow, oh Judge Erica also got one, and yes, we can do both of them tonight. You know,
Let's get it.
yeah, I think y'all got 10 songs. I think y'all got. I know somebody sent in 10 songs. I think both. Somebody might have sent in 15 for comfort, for cushion. But yeah, we definitely could get that in, man. And I appreciate y'all giving a fuck about that. I love that. I love that.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Who is bro in the skirt?
Huh?
I said, who is bro in the skirt?
Huh?
On our avatar, I said, who is bro in the skirt? He must be from South Africa.
Why you think that's
yeah, that's King. Oh, you talking about me? That's King Swati.
You don't only South African on here. Well, I might.
I thought you said somebody else. That's King Swati. He's the king of Swaziland.
Oh, I still see the female on your avatar.
He's still the king?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
He black?
Yeah, Melanated Goddess said she's not available tonight. Tonight is her date night. So shout out to her date. But
okay, shout out to date night.
Y'all don't suffer from apartheid no more?
No.
Well, that's dope.
That's over with.
And apartheid is anywhere still under apartheid?
No. There's actually like a whole. I will say this though. They're still in the how do you say, like the light skin versus dark skin? They're still going through that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty heavy over there. And
what about the Dutch? They gone completely, or y'all still?
No, they're never gonna leave. They are actually moving into like trailer parks and shit now, like the South African version of trailer parks. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit.
Damn.
Yeah, and there's a lot of work that still needs to be done, of course, but that's what I'm saying. It's no different than over here. It's the same shit. It's literally the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it was worse back in the days. It was way, way worse back in the days. People would, get killed and shit just in the streets. So,
shout out to America.
You know what I'm saying? For real. On some real shit.
And they still got any Zulus left?
KZN is Zululand.
What?
Yeah, it's called Zululand. Durban. That's where all the Zulus are.
I want to go there.
KZ is bomb. So get your ass on over there. You'll be welcome. Might not want to leave.
Cousin named Shaka, right? R.I.P. Shaka. He ran Page Street. He was a prominent factor in Fillmore. His name was Shaka.
Really?
Yeah.
The artist for the night is Paramore versus Avril Lavigne.
Oh, Paramore can take that.
Like 9 o'clock, 9:30. Because I know the visitation hours at the hospital stop at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to be up there with Katrina, and then it'll probably take me.
Shout out to Katrina.
It'll probably take me about 20 minutes to get home.
Finish the magical healing, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
You ain't off the hook. Do they honor Shaka?
Do they honor? What? That's miserable. His mother number him too.
Oh, okay.
It's like the victim is there.
Like they got a holiday for his birthday?
Everything.
Oh, good shit.
But yeah, Swaziland is actually it's a recognized and still to this day they have like the weed dance competition for the virgins and stuff, and the girls go out there with like fitness and everything. I don't know how men the component side and stuff like that, but it's
Boys' Day.
They have a Warriors dance. They have a coming of age dance. They get circumcised and yeah. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a solace in the in the family mind and stuff. So
Hey, I watched this show, The Ugly Americans. They look like
that's
they
so
got the
funny.
hardest hood, one of the
That's
hardest
so
hoods in the
funny.
world.
Oh yeah. But it came back when I was like I would say fifth, sixth grade, so I was able to complete high school over here because my dad, he's American military. He retired out of the Air Force E-7. He's from Arkansas,
Mm,
and so but him and my mom. Now that I'm older, I just put a lot of shit, two and two together. Now that I'm older, and my mom, mom, she had to deal with. I'll put it like that.
damn.
And then towards the end, my mom, she started, going towards the streets and she got on drugs real bad and stuff. And it kind of, took her out.
I didn't know
And
y'all had
then,
an air presence like that. I was shocked to learn that.
oh God, yes. And Chinese too. And Hindu, Indian, Asian.
Damn.
Oh God, yes. And like in Ghana, man, them Punjabis over there in Ghana, like they part of the family. They speak it, everything. They speak that tea, all that shit.
See, I can't do Ghana though.
That is fine.
Cause big women love me, and it's just gonna be like, them dudes gonna kill me. I'm gonna have them all. Just think,
We are family.
my
Man,
little
they gonna make your ass take a vaccine to go to Ghana.
Man. Hey, that's another thing too. That's another thing. If you don't think about that vaccine shit, you're gonna get vaccine or we're not fucking with you. Shit, you're not gonna kill everybody else.
shit, I already got COVID.
But now they really just doing it in Ghana right now though.
Yeah, they just now starting to you feel
Ghana
like
the
a lot of
main ones that's
people around Russia
Oh,
to get it,
I
yeah.
gotta wait till my thing.
And Liberia too is like that. And my godmother, speaking of what's up, so my
yeah.
godmother she keeps
All that
calling me and
American
like
allies.
she was like, well, I thought I was speaking to the tourists. I was like, oh, I keep forgetting, Mom. I keep forgetting. So, shout out to my godmother, Albertine. I got to get over there so she can come talk to y'all about the Liberian American situation as it was. Because she, like, in her 60s, so she would know about that shit.
I mean, Liberia dope if you stay away from Monrovia. That shit.
Monrovia, I don't know
Or
about
West Point.
Monrovia.
They fucked
I
up
mean,
West Point.
West Point is disgusting.
Yeah, it's trash and sewage everywhere.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know about Liberia as in the city. I know about Zwedju. I don't know about Monrovia and places like that, but I know about Zwedju. It's a lot of country, a lot of no roads and things like that. But
My
Monrovia,
favorite
West Point
general
is
from there,
disgusting.
butt naked. Oh no,
Joshua Blake?
Mosquito is my favorite. I take that back. It used to be butt naked till I found out about General Mosquito.
Joshua Blahi is butt naked. Mosquito is he was for the for not for the RUF but for the Liberated People's Army.
Yeah, Mosquito
Yeah.
was. I mean, I don't know if he had the right cause, but his tactics was dope.
Charles Taylor, Charles Daniel Taylor, if he would have, because he had his education over here, if he would have not been so evil,
Right.
then he would have made a really, really good president. But he was just completely evil. So,
Well, I mean, when you supposed to get some type of funding from America and then they just give you the middle finger, it's kind of hard not to be evil. You know what I'm saying? You'd be pissed.
yeah, no, he knew that people in Liberia couldn't read and write for themselves that very well. So the crown people, especially, because the crown people is the most, that's the biggest tribe. Then you get Baka, Go, Gisi, and then Pele. But the crown people are the biggest tribe out there. So he said, I'm gonna take over this shit, and they're dumb enough to fall for it, and their kids are gonna be my soldiers. My god brother was a child soldier, Samuel, and I'm telling y'all to this day, he's all like Samuel can't even pay attention to what, like he'll look at you, but he can't look at you, he can't look at your eyes. He's all fucked up. Like him and they are both fucked up. Like I'm telling you, it's no joke. No joke. My boy Sonny, he's in prison in Arizona right now. He was from Sierra Leone. He was in the RUF child soldier. He just recently went to prison for shooting his mom. So
Yeah, I mean, it's just stuff like that. Like, I don't know. We need to count our blessings because we got it really bad.
exactly.
Like our brothers and sisters over there, and then like when they try to go other places, they own people be hating on them. Like, cause they be hard workers and shit. That's one thing you can say about our Liberian brothers and sisters. They hard
Exactly.
working, but then when they go to these other countries to try to work and shit, the people get mad because they not from that country.
That's why it makes me. I think it's a theatrical comedy when I hear people saying, "Oh, the Africans don't fuck with us." Nah, rich Africans, just like rich niggas, don't fuck with us because they're not. We're not them.
Right.
They're rich. But you get like just regular African people, man. We the same people. We the one family. We the same family. It's the same thing. Apartheid, Jim Crow. It's the same exact thing. Literally, it's the same exact fucking
Exactly.
thing.
And,
So
and you said it best. It's a class issue. We don't get it because I mean, it takes some type of formal education to understand the class struggle thing.
mhm,
Like
mhm.
you gotta get beyond the whole money aspect of shit. You gotta get beyond the behavioral situations we have, and then you can look at it at the class. Whereas it's just like motherfuckers get down with motherfuckers they feel like on their level. Like Nico said, there's levels to this shit, and that's the real
That's
issue.
real. That's real, bro. That's real. And they feel just like anybody else who has the ruling class, they feel as if in the ruling class what they cherish is people's ideas. They don't care about they know money is a commissary. No, they don't care about that money. That's already secured. What they care about is ideas and people's ideas. This is how an algorithm actually is generated.
Mm-hmm.
It's a conscious thing. And I'm pretty sure a time or two you thought you was probably tripping, but anybody out there can attest to this where you was thinking something and you happen to type the shit in just as an idea or you see your idea out there somewhere because the world knows what the fuck you're thinking. There's wasn't it nothing new under the sun type stuff? It's the same thing. The real British people, they hate the royal family. That's they ain't they people. Shit. you know. But that's all I got. That's all I got. Melanated, whenever you want to schedule this for the thing, we can do the thing. And I'm down.
Oh, for sure, sis. I definitely want to do a debate on class if anybody willing to have that understanding because I'm like, if we understand the class struggle, I think socialism would appeal to more people and they'll see at
That's a good
least,
one. Somebody better take that.
I
That's a good one.
guess,
Shit.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Somebody better get that. That's the shit. Okay. Somebody better get that.
Yeah, something.
um,
You going in and
I
out.
got whoever got Paramore, by the way, in the battle. That's, I'm gonna be listening for Paramore. Misery business.
All right, for sure. We gonna
All
get
right,
it.
y'all. For sure.
I don't know if you have to hear all that background. I don't know if Solar started this thing. I have no fear. T Dizzle is here. And what do T Dizzle do best? Go to the chat and see what's bracking.
It's Wild Boss. Wow.
And make sure y'all donate to my little Brody Shalimar. He needs some shoes. He been barefooted all his life. Shalimar, drop your cash out so we can get you your first pair of shoes, bro. Damn, that shit keep doing spacing. Now we doing good. We respectful over here now. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? We generating that positive energy to help all the brothers and sisters out. It's a new day, a new world. And if I could get this damn mouse to work effectively, I could get back to this. All right, we still rocking. Yeah. My bad, you know, I just be trying to keep it lit, you know what I'm saying? For my real ones out there, you know what I'm saying? We all about, you know, the people, you know? It's all about the people. And I'm fishing for debate. So anybody want some action, you know what I'm saying? Reach out to T Dizzle, however it may be. I appreciate everybody taking that time out their lives. So if y'all got any questions, be sure to put them in the chat. I am scoping out the chat to see if y'all got anything interesting y'all would like, you know, the mastermind known as T Dizzle to answer. I'll happily answer them for you. So we're going to definitely have to get into this co-op thing because, you know, a lot of misinformation is being set forth. Like I said, they have suppressed a lot of the knowledge that I'm sharing with y'all for 50 years. So it's not common to everybody, you know what I'm saying, with the Red Scare and all that stuff. A lot of this stuff wasn't as bad as they portrayed it to be. You know, Alabama had a big socialistic or black socialistic movement. You know, they really took care of one another and, you know, they did the best they could with the little resources they had and was able to, you know, catapult, you know, certain people's lives in a positive way. But it's all going to come out, man. In due time, it's going to change. We might be forced to change. You know, you never know. Where y'all at, man? Y'all stop.
Bravo.
Yeah, I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you sound like you're on the hold, bro.
Okay, yeah, I was on a phone call with Katrina, probably fucked up my reception, but I mean speaker, but strapping them interviews going down right now, man. So
Okay.
I'll catch y'all in a minute.
All right, I sent you an email too, bro. Make sure you check that out.
Okay, for sure. Shout out to them. I'm on the head. Flat Earth debate tomorrow, man.
Can't really hear you, bro. Sound like you're on the hold.
So everybody respectfully haul ass now to the SVDO channel to check out Strap. I'm about to dog walk this brother. I'm definitely about to hound the hell out of him. He is a credible brother up out of Philly, but he about to get his ass in between. Let's hound the shit out of him. And with that, y'all stay dangerous.
I'm affiliated.